1.
Nine.
Welcome back to this session of D&D. Last we left
7.
off, cannons existed,
WXY.
despite them not existing. Blew up some towers. You guys captured a leader? Question marks.
Sacrificial
And
People
you
do
guys
not
are
know
kind of
diplomacy.
trapped on the Longshanks with big swords because you guys did some weird and highly questionable shit.
That's not true.
Um,
We killed people trying to kill us.
2,
They shot
1,
first.
Or that
0.
was the
They shot
questionable
first.
part. The first part was the questionable part.
What was the first part?
Oh, who wrote that on
It's
the
fucking
map?
war!
They
what
shot
on the map?
first. That's all we need to know.
What?
In the top.
That wasn't me.
Twice they wrote it.
I didn't write nothing.
I
Yeah.
can tell
Whoever
the
did
first
it,
one was
whoever
John.
did it wrote
That-
it once and then typed it out a second time. Just
John,
in case.
it's in
My
the color.
handwriting's
John,
not
it
that
was
good.
you.
It's
Well,
in
it's
your
very
text.
strictly Solomon because you're the only one with that color.
Yeah.
Dumbass.
If you're going to write on the map,
Who
change it
did
to someone
that?
else's color. Anyway,
Somebody was trying to frame me.
Okay, so yeah, I am all set. I'm ready to go. You guys have been talking to your captive for a while. Yes, you guys were talking to your captive for a while before we ended the last session.
I think Ulrich and... No, not Ulrich. Vazhog and Gabor, right? Were we all there?
well, we
I
talked
was
to him
there.
the night before,
I
and
was
then
gonna
a
say-
couple of you guys went and talked to him
And
in the
then
morning.
we went... Oh, okay.
Oh, so this is the... Okay.
Yeah, we've had
Yeah,
our long
this is
rest.
dawn.
I
What would everyone like to do in the morning? The captain and the guards are out about trying to salvage what they can of the towers, as they are trying to rescue what they can of the forges, as they're they're not really sure what to do, as the captain is just kind of commanding people as this thing can outrange their ballista.
yeah.
Guys, I think I have a way we can stop them.
We take them to Island of Cave of Dead Gabo and Puh, and let them die to pastry.
And Puh?
Yeah, Puh. Island of Cave of Dead Gabo and Puh.
I'm not sure if you guys are aware of the spell, but I'm feeling kind of like controlling the weather today.
That could make things quite interesting.
How strong is your control weather?
Yeah, Gub could use it.
I could make it blizzard, Arctic cold, and a storm out on the sea
You
in a
cannot.
5 month. I mean, I can.
You can move it one category.
It takes 1d4 times 10 minutes for the new conditions to take effect. Once they do so, you can change the conditions again. So I can.
I think you can change...
It
I
just
don't think
takes
you can
more
change
time.
all of them to stage. I think you can change...
No, I
one.
change. I can make it each go up one step, but it takes 1d4 times 10 minutes for that to go into effect.
Fair enough.
How long does the spell last?
Up to 8 hours concentration.
That's a pretty good fucking spell.
It's 8th level.
Damn.
What?
Where did you get a control weather spell?
You rolled
Don't
it.
don't worry about it.
Could you
He's got
imagine
a-
getting an eighth level spell and all you could do is take it from clear to light clouds?
Oh, is this from what's his name?
Yeah, this is Titty.
This is from Teddy.
Fucking stop, Ox, you're a fucking maniac.
Do you guys think that would help us out right now? Give us time at least?
Yes, immensely.
Yes,
Should
if we
I,
can obscure their vision, then it would make it a lot harder for them to
Would you
fire
stop?
at us. Oh, I don't know what you're saying.
Is the captain near us, Ox?
She is out and about. You could find her if you wished.
Are there any guards nearby?
There are many.
Where can I have a clear line of sight to the sky, but also be protected?
In the middle of the town, looking directly up at the sky.
It is an open keep.
All right, if you guys could
It's not a bubble, boy.
could let the captain know, I think it would be best if I went and did this now. Do you guys agree?
That could
Oh,
buy
how
us
long
some
do we
time.
think that it would take them to get us? Get back.
What was his name?
Teti takes over and goes, unless you have a follow-up plan, this is not going to go well. Either escaping or attacking, but ultimately it'll just buy you time. if the ships are as powerful as they were saying before, realistically, all this will do is stop them for the moment. Just activating this willy-nilly and giving away a trump card is a poor mistake, and it should not be taken lightly.
You muted, Clay.
It's actually a rich mistake because, goddamn, not many people can cast 8th level spells.
Well, I have two thoughts for this. Can you make some kind of fog bank to obscure our escape, for one? Or two, I was thinking thinking about it, and from what we got from our friend in the cells, they're empowering these balls to shoot far through magic. You have seen me use a spell to do something like that on small objects. I could always have a go, maybe with your help, Gob, and some reinforcement from you too, Alaric, and improve one of the ballistas so they can fire shots further and stronger. You know, my catapult spell I've used, like, inscribe that onto the bolt or the catapult.
Roll me a knowledge arcana.
Okay.
It's Gub specifically, and you, but you're giving him Gub advantage.
Okay.
He's kind of the tinkerer.
Yep. Yeah, he's the tinkerer. I've got the spell, and to reinforce the damn thing so it doesn't crumple, we've got a Forge Cleric. So I was thinking the three of us together might be able to...
Absolutely. It's not a bad idea.
I have advantage.
You have advantage.
Yeah. I told you I had a plan. May not be a good one, but fuck.
The man with the plan.
Yeah. I've been thinking about this for the whole bloody week.
Now I can make it sing.
Yeah.
It would probably take a day,
Mm-hmm.
but if everything goes well, it's possible that you could realistically make a new magic ruin or a ruin to permanently enchant these ballista. Possible.
Mm-hmm.
How likely? Maybe we're dealing with new things, and the stress of the situation might. But Gub, from your understanding, and Alaric and Bozhawk, all of you guys talking, it is something that's possible now that you've kind of graphed an idea. It would help if you could see something kind of close to what you're trying to make. These kind of arcane ruins would be relatively new technology.
Mm-hmm. Well, like we've
you
literally
make
seen it.
quote-unquote-
We've seen it on the boat. They've made a fucking railgun. That's kind of what we're trying to do reverse. So.
Yeah,
We haven't seen it. We've seen what it does.
Yeah, we know what it.
You've
We've seen the effects. It's like, so it is possible. How the fuck do we do
like
it?
I said, it's experimental.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like a fucking an Amazonian watching someone shoot their family member with a gun doesn't mean that they're gonna know how to make a gun.
Yeah, it's possible.
Yeah.
I'll give you that.
Okay. Well then, do we go sailing out and have a look at these fucking things again?
Guess I've never gone to that ship.
I know.
I don't know if they're gonna let anyone sail out anymore.
You do still have water walking, by the way, just as a side note.
Like before, we had the fact that they didn't know that we knew that they were here, but now we've clearly shown that we knew that their attack was coming, and that we were ready to deal with it. I don't think they're gonna let anything come out of this fort without being shot down.
Yes.
Remember, they're only
They
guarding the
retreated.
southern side. The northern side is still free and clear, as far as you guys are aware.
The northern side's the southern side's the side where our ship's on, right?
Yes. The northern side is Goblin Isles.
I can't I really want to try the railgun. Build a fucking ballista railgun. But yeah, seeing.
It's possible.
Yeah. Someone needs a delayed fireball spell on the end of the bolt too. Actually, fuck. If only you had took the magic circle thing, you could have it. So, cast it on the tip, put a fireball spell in there, detonate on impact, boom, bam. That'd be a hell of a fun thing. So, did we want to plan A, escape on the boat under cover of fog. But if they're tracking us, then or plan B, our gun, or plan C. Any other thoughts?
Why don't we talk to Damath? He has more resources than we do.
Getting his input. He's the one that they're after. Would probably be a good idea.
He's not willing to fight for it. We shouldn't either.
Mm-hmm.
Good point.
How about we just like
Last you guys saw him, he had aged rapidly and was being moved towards the tavern.
Yep.
if we're looking at weapons of mass destruction, let's just catapult the Minotaur at the ship.
It's not a bad idea.
We'll put that as option beta. Like,
You guys want to go meet up with Aneth?
yeah, might as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You guys head to his room as him and the captain are kind of there. Abraxas is kind of keeping guard as he kind of sees you. Just go in, and as you guys open up the door, what once was, for dwarven years, what looked like a man in his 30s, kind of to give it to human terms, he looks like he's
In his
age
31s.
close to his 50s at this point. Like, he has
That's
aged
nothing for a dwarf.
potentially multiple decades. I'm saying, like, if a man looked 40, he now looks, or 30, he now looks almost 50. Like, he has aged potentially 50 years or
Wow.
so for a dwarf.
Well, dwarves age like to 400 or some shit.
350 is old age. Actually, that would be ancient.
There's ancient old ages.
I know. I'm saying he's probably realistically now already in his old age. Ancient, like 350 is typically when they die of natural causes around that time frame.
I have to restart my computer. You
I
guys
wonder-
keep talking it out.
I wonder
It'd
if
be
that's what
something
the Loch
similar-
Ness monster was after.
To about 65 years to 70 years.
What's a liney whiny?
350.
Okay, seeing a little bit, Clay. He looks like I said,
Whiny, whiny.
humans about 50 years. Like, you guys have seen dwarves age before. So,
Yeah, but
like I said, he has. Fair enough. But you have seen older dwarves. Maybe you haven't. I don't know.
He's a little bit of an asshole. That's okay.
He's a giant baby. I mean,
Maybe he'll calm down in his old age.
well, how are we feeling this morning?
Older. Not quite as good.
You sound older.
Yeah. Oh, you look older too. Fuck you.
Well, to be fair, every time you
So-
look at someone, they're older than they were last time.
No, don't be smart
Oh,
with me,
I'll
Hobgoblin.
We got a handful of plans. One, there's basically two plans. We stay and fight, or we leave.
I'm all for leaving if we can get away.
We can get away back north, but
Do we have a exit strategy after that?
basically get as much distance between us and that giant cannon as possible.
But if we don't have a way off the islands, it might not do us any good.
I don't think we're going to be able to escape. We don't know if there are more surrounding the islands.
That large ship shouldn't be able to make it through the islands. Is there any boat or anything that could take us off from the north end?
We have a small fishing boat on the opposite side of the island.
That's not going to make it out in open water.
No, but we have learned our way around some of the islands, and they're quite dangerous. They may not be able to follow us in.
It's very fair.
But how long do we last in there?
Well,
We made some friends.
some that could help us survive. Some of the more dangerous ones. I look at Lark.
Are you talking about the cave bent man?
What?
Guy in the cave who was bending through the rock?
I was talking more of Teti's land.
True.
My labyrinth in itself, if somebody follows you uncarefully, it should dispose of many of them, although if they figure out the secret, it won't do much to protect you at this point.
Not a lot of good. They're eaten by giant animals.
Could reduce their crew members. The captain, yeah,
A large force that doesn't know what they're up against will likely not shred too lightly. They'll get found more easily.
the captain goes, that boat shouldn't be able to make it through these islands either. That boat needs open water. It can't go through the isles itself. They'd have to send out a survey team.
So
Cut the
lose them
cruise.
in the islands.
Cut the cruise numbers down, and we may be able to make escape. That kind of ship, if it's undermanned, it could slow it down drastically. It's a war crack, which means it needs at least 150 men to run it easily. In open water to get it going with the sails furled.
We might not stand a chance against their full army. Piece by piece, we could probably cut them down.
150 men. How many can it hold at max?
350. 350.
Close to 5. But if they don't know which island, as the captain, sorry, I gotta get his voice back. If they don't know which island we're on, it doesn't do them much good at all.
The ship that we had before, was it a sail? Did it have a sail, or was it row?
It was a 2-sail, no row. It realistically is fully manned at about 15. It's optimally manned at about 25. Where you guys have a significantly smaller group. I'm talking about the captain's ship.
Not the longboat that we were using.
I'm talking about the one that we used to get to this island, not necessarily.
That longboat has 4 rows.
Mhm.
So it has 2 rowing positions, and it has a sail. It mostly deals off the currents that are constantly rotating through these isles. Having knowledge of those allows you to move much faster than the rows themselves would do. You guys never really use the rows. Solomon, through his kind of navigating and knowledge of salesmanship, was allowed to mostly keep the sails up and then just kind of furl them whenever the wind would be against you and allow the currents to take you to and from your destinations. These isles have very violent currents relatively to their size.
My voice
Asking
is
the captain. Would a sail like that hold up to strong winds? Would we be able to get through faster using this control weather spell?
You're asking Captain II?
Yeah. Whichever captain was here. I don't know which captain it was.
It's your captain. It's the
Okay.
It's the
Captain,
bugbear.
not captain.
If we could reinforce the sails with a heavy linen cloth mesh, then it's possible it could be able to survive. We'll have to be doing repairs on the way, as it'll be ripped asunder by the end. But if the wind improves, the current should improve as well. Should give us a head start if we can navigate the currents themselves. And Solomon, if you've had time to move around in them, you should have at least some understanding of how the isles wrap the currents.
I do.
If
Then at that point, if control weather can get us, I think relatively we should abandon the fort. Give us some time between then and them and let the fort defend for itself. It'll probably follow us, but hopefully not in time for them to realize we're gone.
If a small crew takes the longboat that we had up to the island I'm referencing, it might draw them off. They said they were able to still track your magic even through the box.
That's most unfortunate.
But if we get them drawn off just the longboat, we might be able to get the large boat off and meet up later.
Are you recommending that me and a small constituent go into the Isles, try to draw them out, to draw them away from the large port and get back to our ship?
Yes.
It sounds like we shouldn't use this control weather spell to get away then. We're going to need it to get away from the large flagship.
But I also believe that we should use it still with the idea to thin their numbers through the island.
I can use the island as cover and try to launch off at the exact opposite part. See if I can get the best head start from them. I don't think they're gonna be able to wrap the island that quick and meet us.
They'd have to wrap all the way around the north end. This is Daneth. Is there any chance that the island that you're talking about is on the northern end? We might be able to
I
get them all the way around.
unfurled my map, and I. It's not a great map, but it served us well. I preface that. And I point to the island that I'm speaking about of the I pooped.
TT marks his spot. It might be able to wrap them. It might be able to wrap them all the way around if we're on the northern end. Honestly, it's one of the most northern islands. It might be able to get them away from the port if we can get back in time. Then some of their numbers. I think realistically, it's a good plan. As Daneth kind of pipes up, I'm going to need some time to recover. Solomon,
Got a cot on the boat.
as he he goes, that's a good idea then.
Yeah,
Let's get
does he look like physically like bleeding and shit?
he.
Or is he like does he look like?
I think
Can I make
so.
a medicine check to see if he's just
Please
his
do.
body's just in shock or something like
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
Yeah, aging 50 years in
Yeah,
the space of a
probably.
moment, that probably is not going to do well for you.
Listen.
He's probably just in
Sorry,
shock.
Doc.
You're not really sure.
Yeah.
You're fine.
Does he have any physical wounds that I could heal? I don't know.
He
if
doesn't
got
have
any
any
or
like
not.
physical wounds, but his entire muscle, like all of his
Yeah.
body structure, is incredibly fatigued. Like
I want to get a massaging skill.
he's realistically late
What's
middle
about a
age.
massage?
Like he's old age at this point. Like he probably can't do that very many more times.
That's fair. So we get a bottle of ale, and he comes and he drinks it all, and then we leave.
Yeah, that's how dwarves recover their energy. Is just with ale.
Absolutely.
As the captain goes, I'm going to need a few men to man the boat, but I think what we have here should be able to get us going. If we can get the flagship off, I can meet you. As he kind of looks, and he starts doing some very complicated math, like that's far beyond what he should be able to do. As he
Having a
goes,
pure, beautiful mind moment and just numbers and
yeah. As he
It's
goes,
like Zach Galifianakis in the
yeah.
can you,
Hangover.
if you can thin their numbers, our ship should be able to outrun them if we can get right here. As he motions to the southwestern corner of the Isle of the Dead Gabo. If you can outrun that ship and outrun any followers, we should be able to get there. If they have a longer boat, though, with more rows, and that control weather spell is gone, they will have caught you. Or if they mess up on navigating the currents. If you can meet me there, and we can get the flagship to the northwest, I should be able to get away from them in open water. I didn't pick that up, John.
I said perfect.
Confidence. Good.
So is that the plan? We're running away.
For now.
No, the plan is we're catapulting Gub onto the ship so he can go and research the runes so he can make a railgun to put some holes
Don't
in
lie
them.
to him. Don't
Put
lie
some
to him.
holes
Makes
in
sense.
it so then we can get away.
Oh, okay. Gub doesn't like that plan. You're a bad plan maker, Volsock. You
Kenneth
shouldn't
goes,
contribute.
right, so where are we going to go after all this is done?
Where were you planning to go?
Yeah, that's you.
Yeah, if we can get into the mountains, they should have a hard time following us, but I think all things considered, we just need to put as many people who are going to fuck with them between us and them.
I don't think ships could go through mountains.
Correct, but it's the walking.
You didn't play
If
World
we're looking
of
at-
Warcraft right before the Burning
Go.
Crusade patch.
Yes?
Does the Big Boom Island have any way to attack the ship in this?
Yes.
We could wrap around the island and try and have them sink the ship.
No.
Okay.
So, Gub, just to catch you up, what they're thinking of doing is retreating with that control weather spell, moving into Teti's Isle to try to draw as many longboats as possible to go through the island, try to thin their numbers. If they can get the numbers of the ship below about 150, it's not going to be operating optimally. And then navigating the currents back into the southeastern corner where that blue X is, which is where the captain will pick you up on your guys' ship. So that way the flagship has been drawn away. They'll have that smaller war vessel and then their flagship. That flag vessel or flagship is much slower. Although if it's fully armed or manned, it's considerably faster just due to its. Go ahead.
I
What
was
do we
gonna
bring
say-
him to the kobolds?
That's what I was thinking too. I was like, the kobolds hate humans. We could bring them there. The reason Gub doesn't want to bring them to Big Boom is that this is not Big Boom's problem.
I was thinking the same, and their numbers are not great enough. And all the amount that would fall will stop them, stop their ability to
Exactly.
hunt down the kobolds. But
Gub needs
if
Big
we
Boom.
bring them to the kobolds,
The flagship will not be able to make it into the Isles to the Kobold Isle.
Yeah, but the small ships will be.
Potentially.
They'll be able to.
kobolds are fierce. There's a lot of them.
And to be fair, we do have a Dragonborn here who seems to have curried favor with him.
Oh,
What if
we
we
could
tell
have
the-
Solomon tell them that they were attacked. Yes, this could work.
I don't know if
Kobolds
the
attacking.
higher ups follow me as or treat me as such.
I don't. It's
I'm
not
sure
so
the
much.
small ones do.
They don't need to follow you. They just need to believe you.
That's basically how all religions work.
It's fair.
So what's the plan, guys?
I'm enjoying the idea of bringing them to the kobolds.
The captain said he
I
has
like
enough
that
people
too.
that if we all go on the ship with Deneth, he'll be fine.
The people that they have are so optimal. While it's not going to be running at full capacity until you get there, he's pretty confident he'll be able to take off from that isle before the flagship gets to him. Now, that small other war vessel, he's not positive if he'll be able to outrun until you guys get there.
You can
So
try
if it
to
doesn't-
find some
If it doesn't pull that small war vessel, then you might be screwed.
captain. You might be able to
Right.
the other captain of this town. We've curried some favor with her. She might be able to spare men if you used leverage that we're pulling pressure off the town. Pressure off the town, they don't have to deal with the fight. We bring the fight to the Goblin Isles.
Right, worst case scenario, I bash your skull in.
Worst case scenario, that happens.
Like,
Worst
please
case
don't.
scenario, we all die.
People respect the strong.
Have you met the captain yet?
I've seen her once or twice.
Okay. Just checking. The Minotaur might be able to bash your skull in. I'm not too sure about you.
Don't disrespect her, Captain.
Aye, aye, Captain.
You caught me before I said this. Anyway, we should get going and get this plan.
So what's the plan exactly? So I know.
You don't need to know the plan.
I do, so I can make
It sounds like
rolls.
cheating.
Alright, guys. Ox, can
That
you
sounds like
actually leave
cheating.
for a couple
Ox, can you
seconds?
not
I want you
metagame?
to metagame, yeah.
I don't need to
Yeah.
metagame. I need to game at all. I
Oh,
need to be able to play.
I agree. I'm gonna allow this one. Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay. We're not gonna tell Ox.
All
It
in favor of
happens.
not telling Ox?
Nothing happens.
Oh, good, we
At
did
all.
it. We didn't
We
die.
win D&D.
So I did want to try something. If everyone's okay with this, so in my other game that I play in real life, they have this.
I
really
killed
interesting-
everyone, and I wanted to kill you guys.
So they have this very interesting mechanic. It's called like a story token, effectively. If you guys are okay with it, I want to vote it for it live. I should have done this beforehand. But effectively, it's a coin that you can effectively give to me, and if you do it, it makes a roll almost a success. If it's possible in any form, it just makes it a success. It's a kind of a storytelling element, or otherwise, or
I have
a
one
roll.
problem.
Railgun.
What's that?
Don't you think it would take a while for us to mail you the coin so that we can give it to you?
So if you choose to cash them in, each one of you gets one. Then I
Okay.
get them, and I can use them against you for the NPCs. Now, if
Ox,
it's- Yep.
I feel like it turns into too much of a
are these
game.
good
Question.
points?
What's that?
Question. Can I have an actual question?
Yep.
So, do we get to use them? Do we have to use them before we make a roll, or can it be after?
No,
if like,
you don't roll. You just say I'm using it. If you
okay,
roll,
that was the
roll.
question.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Alright,
about
I'd
that.
like it if we don't get 5 of them. If we just get 1 as a group, or like 2 as a group. Because I don't like the idea of having 5.
Okay.
You stop
That
filing
sounds like
5.
too much. Exactly, having 5
Yeah.
is 1 a session that you can use them.
Okay.
But, like,
let's
it's-
let's do
okay.
one a session for the group.
Okay.
It's like a D1000, but kind of a success.
Exactly.
I like that idea a lot more.
But it throws it back to me.
Yes, but if so,
Yeah.
say if we throw it to you, next session comes around and you still haven't used yours, we can't use ours until you use yours.
Correct.
Okay, I like that. I like that. I don't like the idea of like you being able to stockpile
Well-
them, but you
well-
can't use them unless we've used one. So like if it becomes
Yes, I get
we use
none.
it, you use it, then we are the ones.
Yes,
that
it's a
actually
coins-
started. Okay,
It's a
Yeah,
tennis
go ahead.
match.
I like that.
But
Thank
my thing with it is, it makes it feel too much like you're against us. If you
It's-
have something specifically to fuck us.
It
like
wouldn't
that.
be for attack rolls. It'd be more like it's more like, so think of it this way: like you guys get a journal and you're deciphering the code. I could just be like, instead of rolling, I could be like, you're not able to decipher that right now.
Right. It makes it feel too much like a fuck you. I don't like the
I feel like
idea of
it's-
the DM being on that side
I feel like it's more that
so much that
I feel like it's more like an openly flubbed number, is what it seems like.
yeah, because you
I
can
can
honestly
see
flub a
that.
number anytime you want, but
Exactly, but we might not know about it. Like, we could roll really well, and you could be like, yeah,
It's your guys' choice. That way, you guys, like I said, if it's possible, it's a success. I just wanted to see what you guys thought. You guys,
it makes it feel too much like a game to me, and not
how about
like
how about
role-playing
this?
experience.
How about this? If you use it, don't tell us you used it until the end of the session.
Then we don't get it back till the end of till like next session.
the only rule that really applies to these is if we're gonna do like one per group or maybe two per group, you can't use them to undo if another person uses it. Effectively,
Okay.
like I'm trying to sneak into this castle, I use my thing, you know.
I don't know,
Basically-
because we've had some we've already
Your
like,
guys'
we've played for a
decision.
while.
Yeah.
We've played for a
We-
while. I feel like
did we
we've
wanna
had entire
talk about this
storylines
after
based on
the session?
fucked up rolls.
It's your guys' decision.
I think fucked up roll, and like there's been situations where we could have rolled this coin or used this coin, and it could have like saved the whole thing. But like there's also been times where we've had stories. because
Clayton
we
getting
fucked
kidnapped?
stuff up. Yeah, exactly. Clayton getting kidnapped. You could have rolled. You
Big
could
letter
have used a story
Kenny.
token.
Let's
to-
do this. We're gonna vote
I
on
would
this.
have rather
I
it
just
been
wanna
that
see what
way.
your
I
guys'
hated
thoughts
that.
are.
Right.
The players are going to raise their hands. Anyone who is interested in this idea for trying it for a few sessions, please raise your hand.
I'm interested
just
in
feel
the
like we
concept.
don't
It's
have
just
it.
got to figure out the rulings of it.
That's the
Absolutely.
thing. I think it needs to be fleshed out more before
Yeah.
I
Absolutely. We'll
So-
start-
truly agree
this
to
is-
anything.
Next session, do it, and we can talk about it over the week.
I agree.
Alright.
This is like we're kind of in the middle
Alright.
of something.
I just want to be aware because this is something I've been thinking about. I just want to
Yeah.
make sure everyone knows of what my idea is, and this is the only time I can talk to all of you guys.
I think if we talk about it more
Okay.
later,
Yeah.
that
Sounds
I
good.
would be open to the idea.
Let's
Other-
continue. So
otherwise,
what is
railgun
exactly the
spinning
plan?
point.
Give up the railgun. It's not happening.
I want the
Stop
railgun!
referencing.
So my current idea is to go to the kobolds and pretend like we're running to warn them.
Are we using the control whether to get out of here? Yes. Or
Yes.
Are we, or are we using it when we get to the Goblin Isles?
Leaving on
Try
the
to-
northern islands. This is the captain. Leaving on the northern isles. If you guys have a head start and you're able to manage the currents, you should
Shouldn't
beat them
need it.
long beforehand.
So we shouldn't need the weather.
We should use
What
it at
is
the end of
what
our-
is what is the distance of each of these squares, Ox? Like, how long is this?
Yes,
Or
Probably about 15 miles or so.
15 miles.
So shit.
How far can you see on the sea? Like how?
Depends on how
Without-
high you are. We sail the ocean blue and I saw sea ship.
In open water, you can see. If
feel
you're
like it's
at
60.
horizon level, you can see about 3 miles. If you're at an elevated height, you can see up to 28 miles, depending on the height. For every about 5 feet up, you can see about another half mile. That flagship is enormous. I'll just put it that way. But once again, you're leaving from the northern side of the Isles. The large ship should not reasonably be able to follow you unless it can fucking fly.
All right,
The average
so,
ship goes about 3 miles an hour. A sail will likely take it about between, in real life anyway, 1 to 5 miles an hour.
So if
And-
I'm understanding this correctly,
And if it, let's say, even worst case scenario, if it has magical properties behind it, 10 miles an hour is probably the fastest a ship could travel.
Which means that by the time it really notices that we're out, it would probably be an hour or two.
I'm sorry, it's probably more about 8 miles each square. Just to reinforce that, I apologize. No, actually, because I actually have dimensions for some of these isles. 1 second.
So is the plan to put the fog over top of their
Yeah,
ships,
it's about
or
10 miles each square.
in?
The spell
Over
is
top
5
of
miles
us.
from where he's casting it. So,
Oh, it's from where he's casting it.
yeah.
It's centered on myself though.
We were thinking
So-
about using it to get more speed by doing increased wind, but
Can you
I
localize
talked to the
that?
captain, and it's around him basically.
Yeah, I know, but like if the other ship catches up to a point where they're affected by it, then they'd go be going faster too.
But what I was saying before is like if it has a range of like a mile, 3 miles, whatever,
It's 5
What is it?
miles. 5 miles.
that's still like we should be probably 10 miles ahead of it if we're on
Here's
the north
thing.
side.
If you guys can just barely see it, realistically, it's outside of the range of the spell. Because if each square is about 10 miles, which is according to the math that I have for the diameters of some of these isles, it's about 10 miles. I apologize. If you can just barely see the ship from your crow's nest, you should be able to see about 10 miles out. You guys should be outside of the range to where it's affected, which means you guys, if you use it to retreat on your main ship, you guys should be able to get a couple days ahead of them. Or if you want to use it now to make sure you get away, that's not a bad idea either. I'm just giving you guys the possibility.
I don't think that would be the greatest idea because it was like you were saying before. If this is like more of a shallowy, islandy area, they're gonna have a harder. We can get in a lot closer.
Plus, we'll have the currents that'll help us much better than them.
Yeah,
Until
and
they burn them.
yeah, but
Plus,
it took us about what, a day to get here from Good Tall Gabos.
13
Correct.
hours.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, if it takes us another like what 2-3 hours to get to that's 15 hours of sailing.
It took us 9 hours to get from Good Tall Gabos to. Oh no, I'm thinking of Teddy's. Probably like another 4 or 5 to get.
Where are you
to
trying
the
to get
north
to?
of the isle. To get north.
Survival.
Can I roll it?
You'll give him advantage. He has the better knowledge of the current, so you don't really swim. So the water's not your forte.
Advantage.
I thought it was more to know with the
14.
islands.
You could probably get to the north side of the islands in about 10 hours.
From Good Tall Gabos.
From Longshanks with big swords.
From
So how the
Longshanks to
current?
Big
So
Shore
how
to
the
Big
currents work? I'm gonna use light.
Oh, we were going against the current on the way down.
Correct.
what you're saying.
So the current will run like this. Here, this part is pretty easy.
Oh,
Going
that's not what
once
we
you
want.
guys hit the Isle of Cave of Dead Gabo, you guys are gonna fly across this northern part. This current up
Okay,
here is
where-
very dangerous.
Where is their ship, and where is the smaller ship that we're taking?
Their ship's the opposite. So where that blue line is I'm guessing.
Their ship is
honestly,
like
that's what- their
right
ship would be
around
the
here.
opposite.
So this
No,
is
it would
the
be
orange.
opposite.
The orange X is where they currently are right now.
Yeah.
And
So
where?
wouldn't we be up here then? Because you said they're on wouldn't be here? Because you said we're on opposite sides of the
No,
island.
they're on the
Yeah.
southern side. The northern side is the small ships.
Right,
Yeah,
and that's what
the
we're
ship.
going
We're
to.
we're taking the small ship.
Correct.
We're taking the fisherman. So we
Right,
out
so-
up top here.
So it would be
and
kind of
go
bad to get to that too easily,
even if we were going slower, there would be no reason to come across like that and go up there.
because that's another hour or two of sailing.
Yeah.
So it's about how the currents work as a whole. The fastest way to do it would be going that way.
Right, but it brings us to them, and if they start going over there, that wouldn't make any sense because they would be able to meet us.
I think it makes sense that a smaller ship in bad current could go faster than a bigger ship in bad current.
So if you
Oh,
guys
no.
want to go just direct north, trying to go across, it's probably gonna take you guys probably about 18 or so hours going direct north.
Plus, they're not gonna know we're gone for a
You
little
guys
while.
are gonna have to have somebody to row that ship the entire time
Oh, that's fine.
until you guys make it into a current. So you guys are probably gonna have somebody row for about 6 hours, or at least 2 people, because there's 2
That's fine.
different sets of oars.
We have a Lark and we have Merlin.
True.
Oh, I
That's-
can't row.
And we have Solomon.
And so-
And we
Solomon
have
can't row if he's.
and
being
we have
sailor.
Vosshawk, and we have Grub, and we have Minotaur.
Oh,
Worst
sorry.
comes to worst,
Minotaur is
guys.
not coming.
Oh,
Minotaur's gonna be on the big ship.
uh,
Mhm.
And Thor's
Yeah.
going to be on your ship, which its name is
Whose?
the captain ship.
Oh, we don't
Captain
know.
II. What's
Guys, we should name our ship.
He has a name to his ship.
Shut up, he doesn't matter.
He's
Um.
his ship.
I say we call it Gub's ship.
down.
Captain.
I'm
I
okay
say
with it.
we name it if we survive.
Does that
I
mean
do
can
have
be
the hat.
Captain Solomon, the owner of Gub's ship?
No, you could be Captain Solomon, the captain under Captain Gub.
Under Captain II.
Well,
You're the
other
captain
ship-
of the other ship.
You're the captain. Yeah, exactly. You're the captain of the other ship. We're all captains on our ship.
We ain't taking
No.
the rowboat with us.
But Gub has the biggest hat, so Gub's
Yeah, we're
the
taking
He
captain.
has the biggest hat.
All right, for now we could be captains. Captain.
I like the idea of of you guys finding this out about who's captain.
That's what's happening. I'm
There
glad you like the
are
idea. 'cause
captains on the sea.
Do you think this is really necessary right now?
Yes.
Absolutely, Dennis.
Shut up, Captain Deneth.
Chain of command is always an important thing.
Dennis has gotten grumpy in his old.
Captain Daneth, I like that.
Call your CD.
All right,
All
Captain Bossark, Captain Solomon, Captain Lark, Captain
Lieutenant.
Gup, Captain Daneth.
Captain Murray.
Lieutenant Vosshart.
Time.
Wait,
Captain
Time
Miller.
we.
Where's Captain Slipoff?
All right, then you get no say. You're under all of us. Let's go.
You're just a captain. You don't speak up to me, Captain. I'm the captain.
You're
Oh, no, he's a
first mate,
lieutenant.
Bozhawk.
Oh,
We're
First
all
mate.
captains.
sorry, sir.
All right.
As you guys head downstairs, there's a very angry woman just tapping her fingers. You thought you were going to leave without telling me what your plan was.
Is
Of
this
course
the
not.
captain?
You're not our
It is
captain. We're the
captain
captains.
It is the captain of the Iron Isles.
Ah, captain.
So, so tell me what's going on so I can plan accordingly.
We're gonna lead them away and get them to fight kobolds.
There are kobolds on these isles?
Not on this.
It's
side.
just. Let them die anyway.
There's a lot more islands up north.
Maybe if you actually cared to.
Oh, there's no need to insult people. There's
No need to
need
insult people.
I'm just saying, my people have come far in the past few years.
When they stop raiding us for a whole year, then I'll listen to you.
It's been a
She's got
while.
point. She's got a point.
It's been like 4 weeks since the last raid from goblins happened.
Since-
Whether or not
since
they were
they're-
part of your tribes.
They
or
weren't
not.
my goblins.
Since they're
Are you
after
sure they
us,
weren't kobolds wearing goblin masks?
These kobolds who wear goblin masks.
I'm positive. I beheaded a few of them myself.
They're
They're very
very
good masks.
convincing masks.
I was able to notice one of them. Like
Roll me a
across the-
persuasion with advantage.
We both say they're
Gub.
very convincing masks.
Gub, roll me persuasion with advantage.
You're like, don't give it to Zane. He's got a good persuasion.
Well,
I have a good persuasion.
his-
He's probably got like an 8 in his persuasion.
4 is pretty good.
I'm
Sorry,
still
I'm
pretty
not a
positive
bard.
they're masks, but I'll keep that in mind. I'll keep that in mind.
I do have 8 and
So your plan is to lead them away.
5.
Yes.
Yes.
What do you expect of me while you're running? Do we need to shoot ballistas and see if we can hit them? Arc them? If
No,
we can?
you should probably just let them leave. There's no point in making them mad.
You don't want them on you.
What do we do with
Exactly.
what do we do with our prisoner?
I was thinking about taking him with us.
I was.
What would
killing.
be the reason for taking him with us? Or
He
taking
might convert if he sees Big Rock.
Do we really
I
have
have-
time to make a stop at Big Rock?
I have been working on him and talking. I may be able to get him to defect and find out exactly who these people are.
I don't care
For-
much for that. Personally, if he can or can't defect, if it doesn't help your plans directly, then I'm probably going to execute him the moment this flagship leaves.
Ultimately, he's your prisoner, so
That
your
is
call.
true. I just would
We
like
could
to
do
know
some
some
men.
more information about why the hell these people are after us. Or after him.
As Daneth, oh fuck, as Daneth walks down. Vozhawk, do you think he's a good idea? Our prisoner comes with us.
Or what?
Daneth walks down, kind of hobbling behind you because he's got to get on the boat with you guys.
Yeah, but it sounded like you said Shikame.
Sorry. Boshawk, do you think it's a good idea that prisoner comes with us?
It's true. They could
I'm not
scry
sure
on him more easily.
if it's a good idea or if it could be a useful one.
What do you folks say? Should he come with us or stay? She goes, you have no authority.
I don't
Ne
wanna
corvo locatar.
Baga 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 ba.
It's the same incantation he's always said.
A little bit different.
Big old lightning
I
bolt
like
charged up.
paint.
No, we don't need another body on the ship.
Then let him
God
roll.
don't
could
think
take him
he'll
or
help
leave
us.
him.
She like holds her hands up.
This magic is killing me. I'm gonna cast more magic for no reason.
Maybe he's like Benjamin Button.
No,
So-
we know he's exactly the opposite.
So
No,
Is
like
he-
maybe he'll start like the magic causes him to age, but then as he ages, he gets younger.
is this prisoner coming with us?
None of the information he says is worth anything because you don't know if he's lying. It's pretty simple.
Hmm.
His
As well as
information-
they know everything about him, so I feel like they could easily find him.
I think that it might be a bit too risky for him
For him,
to for us to bring him along.
They don't seem like the organization that shares everything with every one of their leaders.
It seems like the coordinate organization that shares actually nothing along with their leaders.
Yeah. We could probably get the name out of him. I'm starting to believe that these people are the preservers of harmony.
I'm starting to believe that these people have no idea what
Wait,
they're doing
it
other
would
than
make a lot
like,
of
kill.
sense if they were the preservers of harmony.
Yeah.
Because they're trying to preserve the earth, the plane, so that we don't let the. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
Makes
And
a
it
lot of
would-
sense why they got
Solomon.
mad when I gave them one of their coins.
Yeah.
Oh
They
my!
would know that we weren't them.
We just solved
Immediately.
the mystery.
I thought you kind of. What?
I was
Ah.
getting there, but I thought it was a stupid idea. I didn't want to say it out loud. I didn't want to get.
I thought we all just knew this.
Oh.
I did have
As
a cat-
usual, John's a good 5
Oh.
minutes
Back
behind.
to the ship, then,
Yeah.
That's
before-
Captain.
I did have a question for you, Captain. Have you had any luck finding that lieutenant?
No, but we believe we have tracked him down to the northwestern side. One of their boats hasn't launched yet, so we should be able to corner him soon. And if he tries to blink into the water, well, we'll catch him. The moment we lay his hands on him, we're going to put him in the same straits the other guy we found was. The other guy we captured was. He won't be getting away if we can get to him before they do.
I, for one, would love to see his head on a pike.
Where are you going to be going? I can send word if we catch him or not. I might be able to send you a finger.
No.
Sounds like a lot of work for something gross.
Sounds like a lot of connection that we don't need. No offense to you.
None taken. Just know that, fair enough. What was your... As she goes to Bostock, what was your mark then? You get a 50 gold deposit in the next couple of weeks. You'll know that we got him. Shucks.
I'll kind of drop my forearm.
She kind of sketches it briefly, kind of crumbles it up and puts it in one of her pockets. Good. We'll see what happens and best of luck to you all.
Hey, can you spare some men for the captain for a little while?
Which
To
captain?
the bugbear.
How many men?
I'll talk to him about it. I
We
know,
don't know.
a couple. He needs enough to make a ship run for the time
He's
being. We'll
he's
bring him
losing
back.
5 people who normally help him.
3 good sailors.
Persuasion with advantage,
goblin.
Solomon.
Something really upset. Like,
We were trying to do a runner.
If you get these people away from my island, I'll give it to you.
well, if
On
you
one
could
condition.
have them ready. Oh,
Next time you get a chance, destroy those cannons. And make sure to bring the plans back to me so I can defend this island in the future.
I don't think they're gonna keep the plans with the item that they made. But
Keep
if they
the
do,
ruin inscriptions.
okay, yep. You gotta be a little more specific.
He's not the smartest one when it comes to these kind of things.
Keep the
When
ruin
it comes
Okay.
with magical
inscription
cannons that no one's seen before. Yes,
and
Vazal.
gob.
There you go.
Huh?
Back to the
6 months, no attacks from goblins, and we'll open trade. Understood?
4 months.
5, and the nearest goblin that I can see, I'm firing a ballista at if he comes within that time.
Does Gob count?
And a beer.
Gob, wait.
Wait, is she supposed to fire a beer?
Wait, where's Slip Off? Wait. No!
Where did we take him?
We left
Yeah,
him
he-
on the boat.
He's somewhere here. Like he's on
He's
the
somewhere
island.
he's somewhere on the aisle.
Fuck.
He lasted well.
Just don't kill my goblins. They're not. They won't attack.
5 months, or I personally shoot a ballista at them, and we reset the timer.
Look. Do you
5
mean
months.
5 months no contact, or do you mean 5 months no attacks?
5 months, no attacks, and they bring me one beast of one of the isles.
Okay.
This deal's getting worse. all the
Any
time.
particular beast you're looking for?
Something larger than
That bird thing was cool.
something larger than, let's say, a mastiff.
What about that bird thing?
I just whispered to Merlin. I don't know what a mastiff is.
But I know.
Yeah, they're kind of very
They're
typical
dogs,
war
right?
dogs. Yeah, large war dogs.
Oh, dogs. Oh.
5 months in goblin time or 5 months in human time?
5 months is 5 months.
I whispered to Solomon. Goblin time. Short, like us.
And I open the Iron Isles trade. More iron than your people could ever know what to do with.
Ooh, Gub's eyes turning into money signs. Okay.
Tell your elders, 5 months. Bring me the inscriptions. If you get the chance. And I give you men.
Okay.
Godspeed.
I didn't think.
Big
I-
rock speed.
Silly kid, the gods aren't around.
Roll me a d20 with that, Gub.
With the big rock speed.
Yep, roll me a d20.
Do we have big rock speed?
Some pebbles roll underneath you.
Ah!
Ah!
Big rock speed.
Big rock speed.
We're converts. This world's gonna be fucking following Big Rock. God damn it.
Fucking Shaylin's gonna be like, I have returned. What? This fucking
Who the fuck
big
are
rock
you?
just smacks
I'm
the
not
shit
Big
out of
Rock.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Shaylin.
I want to see.
I am
Big
the
Rock's gonna be
guardian.
the new Asmodeus.
One of the
in
gods
terms
is
of
gonna smack the shit out of
No.
one of the gods and be like, go back
Big-
to your home.
Big Rock's gonna be Shaylin,
Big Rock
Serenray, and
world.
Asmodeus all combined.
I want to see Big
This
Rock versus
world
Ganon.
belongs to
Ravarok
Big Rock.
rips the world in half as Big Rock grabs the world, puts
Just
it back
push
together, and
it.
goes, stay back
Just
together."
like, nope.
Big Rock's
No.
gonna do that,
No.
thing that the Hulk did to Loki. Just pick Ragnarok up and just fucking.
Is it okay if we break for 3 or 4 minutes before we start
Yeah.
venturing on the isles?
That's fine.
No worries.
Aye, aye, Captain.
We shall be right back.
Excuse me.
I do
1. Boom. Okay. So
Goes the
what
timer.
exactly is the plan that we're planning to do? Are you guys going to go over, because it's dawn about right now. Are you guys going to wait until midday, or are you guys just going to start leaving?
Oh, we leave as soon as possible.
Okay.
I
So
feel like
who
it
all's going
depends.
on
How
the boat with you? So yeah, let's
Us
talk about
five?
this.
I'm going.
Okay, great.
Daneth?
You 5. Daneth.
Slip off if he's
Slip
around.
off
if
is
not-
already on the boat in the back
Oh,
end.
perfect. And the other goblin. The goblin who owns the
Cub?
ship.
Oh.
No,
Which
it's not a
goblin?
goblin. It's
That
a
was a
human,
human.
right? It's a human that
Yeah,
owns the
it's a
ship.
human.
Yeah, he's the ferry master. He's just like,
he's
well-
going to be assisting me.
it seems like they've been attacking this town. Are you
I
guys
thought he
ready
left
to leave?
immediately after dropping us off.
Yes, but I will be taking over because this is dire situations.
All right, if you guys die, that's on you.
I need your help though. Assist me with
All right, I'll do my best.
absolutely, and to repay you, you'll get 5 gold.
Oh man, that's the
That's
best
all I
pay
got.
I've had in a while. That's pretty good. I'll tell you what.
What?
Give me 5 gold and 1 silver. I'll do everything possible to make sure you guys survive.
5 gold, 1 silver. Cool.
Done.
Why the extra silver?
Because that's going to pay for my kids' water.
That costs
And
me
it's
plus
going to
some
pay,
gold.
I can convert that into copper, and that means I can pay off the goblins who are trying to come into my house every night.
Aw.
Eat my food
Yep, they try to eat my food, they try to drink my water.
and steal my dog.
They killed my dog. He's already dead.
And they ate my dog.
They did eat him.
Was he?
I can't do any.
The question
Hey,
is,
we
was he
learned-
bigger than a
we-
mastiff?
He was a little smaller than a mastiff. He was about the size of a mini mastiff.
Fair enough.
A
Approximately.
mini stiff.
A small
Mini
stiff,
stiff.
if you will.
Well, you know.
But that's okay. Let's So it's you 5 slip off the cat.
Yep.
Alaric's cat. And the ferry master. Who are the Roman?
You never
What?
thank the Romans. The 2 strong guys.
Roman are,
Oh,
Merlin.
I- Yeah, I thought you were talking about, like, who's the Roman person? Like, what?
No, the
That's-
Roman. So
Oh,
who
no,
are the
he-
2 Roman?
To be
Alaric?
fair, Alaric's got the biggest nose, so he's the Roman.
Okay, and then Merlin, you're going to be the Roman?
Yeah.
Okay, so Merlin, roll me a con save. Alaric, roll me a con save. First.
Hold on, can I cast a spell on him real quick?
Sure.
So like this would be like where.
How long does it
where,
last? How long does the spell last?
This
first off?
this is what I was gonna be. I don't know yet, but I need to look it up real quick. But
Did you prepare the
So
spell?
I-
If not, no.
do I have to? I have to. I thought I didn't have to prepare.
You have to prepare spells as a paladin.
Oh, I don't.
Did you guys see that thing I linked about the paladin?
You are
And
so
all the
on
other-
brand, John. Second campaign, second paladin.
Never
You
mind,
still don't know
never
how
mind,
fucking
cast the
spells
anything
work.
then.
Yeah, bards get the same spells. Anything that has their whole spell list, they have to prepare them. Those are the people who don't have to prepare. Those are the people who have to prepare spells.
Yeah, I've got to, but I'll
everyone
just go.
else who is like a bard doesn't have to. As a paladin, you do.
So I have to prepare spells. Well, I'm
You
never casting a spell
do.
again.
Mhm.
Oh fuck.
It's one of those guys.
Okay. Solomon or Merlin, can you roll me a con save?
Okay. Trying to cancel this thing. There we go. Con save. I believe it's a 0.
It is for you. Oh. Okay.
We're going around
Uh,
in fucking circles.
Solomon, roll me a sailor check with advantage. Is anyone trying to sneak you guys out, or are you just trying to blitz it as fast as possible? Blitz it. All right. Roll me a sailor check with advantage. Merlin makes it like 500 meters, and then he just like
500 meters.
he's just
That's
he's
like
just
1,500
so
feet.
exhausted. Yeah, he's just completely exhausted.
It's
He's
like
just-
half a mile.
He's
All right,
done. He's
This guy's
completely
gonna
done.
take over. I'm
That's
gonna
a
take
more like a
Merlin's
third of a
spot.
mile.
I'm gonna take Merlin's spot.
Oh, I was thinking
Okay,
yards. Sorry.
Roll me a con save. As this guy takes over. You make it like 2,000 meters.
That's pretty good.
This guy, though, is an expert. He has navigated these isles for decades. And while eventually Alaric even panners out, like Gub and Danith are the only two left. He just goes, now you guys just sit right there. If you guys start rowing, we're gonna lose a paddle. And then as he says that everyone's like, boom, as the tides start to take you. These currents that he has navigated you into. Solomon, you weren't even aware these existed. These are like jet streams. They have taken you from about 4 miles an hour to about 15.
Oh shit.
It
Fuck.
is incredibly fast as he furls the sails and goes, everybody hold on, we're going the long way, but at this speed it's gonna be real quick.
Can I hold my kitty in my arm?
The cat. Yeah, that's fine. Oh,
Thank
roll me a handle animal.
You
I'm
okay
gonna
there,
hold
Clayton?
slip off.
Yeah.
Roll me a handle goblin.
Deception.
I'm gonna hold Merlin's.
Yep, that's
Oh.
Solomon. You hold him as he goes.
Plus 24?
I assume
It's a handle. It's a handle goblin. Like whatever.
Is their handle slippery, man?
As Danith is just kind of laying in this cot, as it just as he just goes, oh god. As he goes, so we're going to the northern kobold tribe.
Yes.
Yes.
We should arrive there before nightfall.
Good.
Is there a ship following us? Let me see it.
Well, once again, the surprise of this, like, there is no crow's nest. You guys can only see about 3 miles on the over the horizon. So with no crow's nest, like, that's it.
Mhm.
Like 2 miles. You have no idea. But this ship is going incredibly fast comparatively to most other boats in these isles. Gub, this is the way to travel. Now this is pod racing. As you guys head through there,
Now this is gob racing.
I
at
love
about
it.
6 and close to about 7ish p.m. realistically, like as dusk has been to settle, as you guys land on the northern isle, almost exactly where that previous shipwreck was, although it's completely gone. Like you guys recognize the land, but it's been more or less gone. It was about a 2-hour travel on foot to the Kobold Isles from here, or the Kobold base from here. And that was with cart. Like without cart, you guys could arrive potentially sooner. But it's just all cliff face the rest of the northwestern cape. So it's like this is the closest you can get.
Perfect.
I'm wondering, did they see us leaving? Because if the job was for them to follow us, if they didn't actually spot us, then the other ship might be in trouble. Probably should have pointed that out earlier.
I imagine they could trace the magic signal.
That's how they were
Oh.
finding us before, they said.
Fair enough.
Nothing else. Daneth, open the box real quick.
Yeah.
Pop, pop.
As TT goes, holy shit, maybe I will take this body. Oh, it's just, never mind. I see. Like, that's what Alaric hears in his head.
Don't say that out loud.
You did. It's all in your head.
Oh, I'm warning him.
As thump, 2, boom, as he closes in about 2
Damn it,
seconds.
wrong line.
As closes it as, well, you guys are on the Kobold Isles. Do you need me to stick around?
Well,
Are we over by the, like, where are we exactly?
You guys are about 2 hours away from the quote-unquote, like the northwestern cape of the Moon Isle.
Where the Kobold tribe was.
It was about an 8-hour walk with a cart, so if you guys double time it, you guys might be able to make it there 6 potentially 5 hours if you guys really book it. If you guys can survive your con checks, making it to the Southern Isles or to the southwestern Good Tall Gobos tribe.
That's not where we're going.
Things are gonna get pretty sticky. Think you should stick around?
Well, he's on the northeastern side, like of that square that I drew. He's on the northeastern side right now because the
What
rest
square
of it is
did you
just
draw
kind
on
of
that?
that is the Kobold tribe territory. He's on the northeastern side, probably
Right there,
closer-
right?
Where then?
Probably closer to about like right here. Like he is very close.
Oh,
Probably,
don't be
like, right there.
moving up that line. Like, yeah, they stay there. They stay there.
Yeah, that's them their territory moving.
Correct.
And we're pretty much where we want to be.
But remember his ship is on the northeastern side. So it's a question of, do you guys want to tell him to go somewhere else or leave him there?
Well, you're Big Rock Tribe, right?
Well, Big Rock has migrated somewhere. I'm just gonna move them over there.
Wherever
They have migrated and begun moving because now Big Rock Tribe can move. So they're somewhere.
Yeah.
Moving.
Well, the idea was we come here so the big ship can't follow us, split them up, get the kobolds to attack him. Then we have to get from here to meet up with our ship, which is on the island of Cave of Dead Gobbo, wasn't it?
Yeah, so somewhere where it was wouldn't be bad if we move their troop through the land down there.
Yeah. So if we land and say, wait for us, we're going to talk to the kobolds, attack the fuck out of these guys in the red jumpsuits or whatever color they're wearing. They're bad long skanks. And then they'll have plenty of food and all this kind of shit. And then we leave them to deal with this problem and we do a runner.
So are you guys sending him off, or are you guys sending him to the south, to the Good Tall Gobos? Like, what is your guys' plan?
Well, we need him to be able to get back to the to meet up with our ship.
Right, but if we move him towards the southern end of the island, then we could get over towards the rendezvous point a lot easier.
Okay, so yeah, to send him home to the Good Tall Gobos.
Okay, so you guys are going to send him all the way to the Good Tall Gobos. If you guys double time it, you could make there at the earliest at about 5 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Maybe less if you can pass those athletic checks
Yep.
to really kind of book it.
So yeah, we go see the kobolds.
Okay.
Yeah, have him stay there. Stay prepared. Don't tie off. Just
So
stay
is he
ready.
staying on the northeastern side of the Kobold terrain, or is he going back to Good Tall Gobos?
Good Tall
Good Tall
Gobos.
Gobos.
Good Tall Gobos. We're going to
Good
go
Tall
to the
Gobos.
Kobold
Okay.
tribe and then run to Good Tall Gobos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
See if we can find
over
those ogre magicians and get another
Okay.
one of those rock things.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'll roll a 1 again.
So that we can make Small Rock
I
the
want a new
first
cat
disciple of Big Rock.
I'm going to be crazy old cat for bold.
What if we double animate him? What if we double animate Big Rock?
That's when he becomes
Everything was
a
Wanker shit.
demigod.
They cancel each other out. He's now a normal rock again.
When you think about it, the Earth is kind of like a big rock.
Romate, do you want 100 guys?
I
want Zane to roll it.
I never do well on this, so don't let me roll.
Yeah, I
it.
don't want DT to.
I like Zane. Zane has good rolls.
51.
Yeah, nice.
Pretty
man.
fucking average.
No, that's above average.
Moderate wins. You guys are unaffected. You guys make it to the Kobold tribe, as once again there are some of the kobolds that were guarding the gate as they see you as they reaching, shouting out in Draconic as the gate just lowers as you guys are able to enter into the heart of Kobold territory.
So I'm gonna take the lead.
I always think of Draconic as like Aramaic or like some kind of Arabic language.
I always think of Dwarven as Arabic.
I think Undercommon sounds like German.
Solomon.
Yep.
Soothsayer comes out to greet you. Yes, welcome to Kobold terrain. What can I do for you, Sooth? Dragon Scent, Gub, Boombringer, and friends.
We
Have
have
met
dire
this guy
news.
before?
This is the Soothsayer you guys had talked with
you met
before.
I go over to him. I give like the
This-
two-hand handshake. It's great to see you're doing well.
You just grab his whole arm.
But we come with urgent news, and we need to speak with the man we spoke with before.
Soothsayer is the one you more or less spoke with before.
Oh, this was the guy. Okay, I didn't know if this was like a greeter guy. Perfect.
No,
Is there
he's
somewhere-
Soothsayer.
is
He's
there
like a
somewhere we can
Walmart
talk a little
greeter.
more
That's the
privately?
regular
I wouldn't want to
soothsayer.
worry your men.
Who's your superior?
Yes, you can come before Kobold Tribe. Come.
Do you know who I am?
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you.
As he marks you as you guys enter into a small, like, outcropping into the wall as there are 10 seats, each with
Well-
different chromatic colors and one
What-
single kobold with gold scales.
Before we get there, I want to try and coach Solomon a little bit.
I was just about to say to Merlin, maybe
Okay.
we should tell him what to say first.
Go ahead, as
Well, just,
as you guys are arriving into the kobold camp. Go ahead.
Just like, while we're walking to wherever, kind of like whispering in his ear, remember the points. Big, strong humans want to attack. They are dangerous and want to kill the Dragon Son. These are your major talking points.
Big, strong, evil people. want
Tell
to
them
kill
about your foot.
No. Big, strong, evil humans.
humans.
Okay.
Make
come,
sure to say that
Solomon.
they're humans.
Solomon, tell them about how they took your foot.
That's a good
Exactly.
Mhm.
That's a good one.
Not too many lies. Straight.
No lies.
Can I cast suggestion on him and say, "Don't fuck up"? Is that a suggestion spell?
We'll save Solomon.
No, I'm not gonna
I
do
feel like
it.
that's too subjective.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's not a specific.
We'll save Solomon.
I'm gonna
Wrong edition. No such thing as a will save. You don't have to make it.
Wisdom save. He succeeds as he goes, don't fuck up, as you like feel some tingling in your mind as you're like, thanks, Boss Hawk, you piece of
That was
shit.
definitely gonna fuck up.
Well, if he
The
he
anxiety
failed,
starts to build.
So I'm asking them for help, yes, with the big, strong, evil men that are trying to kill me.
Big, strong, evil humans.
Humans, yes.
Humans.
humans. Who said anything about
Slip-off
humans?
is going to help the Tall Gabo sail his ship back to Big Tall Gabo, so they're
That's
gonna be
fair.
there in time. Just letting you guys know.
Okay.
Thank fuck.
So Slip Off is gonna yell at him while he sails back.
He's pretty good in these aisles. That's why I was like, oh, please, Solomon, let him take control again. Oh, good. He started to row because Merlin tired himself out. Great. Okay. So once again, you guys are led before 10 seats. 2 green, 2 black, 2 blue, 2 white, a red, and a gold who sits at the center seat.
The gold sits at the center or the red?
The gold sits at the center seat.
That's awkward. There's more people
That
on one
is
side than
awkward.
the other.
Well, it's more of like it's
Wait, there
four,
is no center.
four,
There's an even amount of them.
1, and then there's another chromatic who sits behind you who is black.
Doesn't matter if you're gold or black.
Got it.
As this green soothsayer leads you in and goes, Dragon Scent has come. The Dragon Scent has come. Listen to words as he walks out. As everyone else sits, as the gold leans forward. This is, most of you aren't very understanding of Kobold's situation, but just kind of looking around, there haven't been any chromatics, or metallics. This is the only metallic you guys have seen.
Mhm.
As he sits with the largest headdress, furs and gold headband with furs that drape down his back as large black feathers drape over his head as he leans forward and goes, "Speak, dragon scent,
That's a deep
Before-
voiced kobold.
before kobold tribe."
I kind of want to grab Gub to
Speak.
make sure he doesn't run off and try grab that hat.
Thank you for seeing me, brothers. I come with. I need help. We need help. A group, small militia of humans are hunting me, trying to kill us. They've already tried to kill me, and I like reach down and pull off my boot to show that I don't have a foot there anymore.
You have a peg leg, remember?
Oh, I got a peg leg. Sorry.
Pig boot.
They've already tried to capture me and kill me once. My friend saved me, and we managed to leave where they are, where they're following us. They know where we are. You know, a tribe like you are powerful enough to help us. They can't bring their whole army to us, but they can bring small ships, and they will be bringing small ships of men soon. I click back up.
What would you have our tribe do?
We'd want a group, or how many? I don't know how big your defense force is, but we need help. Whether they land or try to attack from the sea, we need help on both fronts.
We have not yet raised the slaver ship. We do not have much defense from sea. Zane,
Perhaps.
look your messages.
What
Hmm?
about by land?
Look your messages, Zane. By land, we have many defenses. Dragon scent.
So if they follow us farther inland, you would be able to attack them from behind.
Without trepidation or without stoppage. They will not take the dragon scent nor the diplomat of Goblin tribe.
Oh. Like,
As hearing him speak, this gold kobold almost sounds unintelligible. Roll me a sense motive, the people who are most invested in this. You guys determine. I'll take 2 of them.
I
Or
feel like
what
it's
language are they
Merlin,
speaking?
And
Common.
Insight?
Insight, whoever is the most too invested. I will only take 2 rolls.
Gub wasn't very invested until he said the goblin diplomat.
So probably not you.
I think I'm just invested because I'm the one sticking my head out and having to like.
I was
So
gonna say, I
roll
feel
me
like it's
then-
Solomon and Merlin
then
because
Sol-
Merlin is very worried about him saying the wrong thing.
You said
Okay.
insight or
Yeah, it's insight, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, Solomon, Merlin.
That?
This gold kobold, it would almost seem like he's unintelligent, but it's more like every word he speaks has a direct purpose. Both of you are able to identify that.
he's not stumbling with his words? He's just
No,
speaking slow
he-
and succinct.
Correct. It's
Okay.
a very direct, like every word has a very incredibly distinct purpose as each kobold. Solomon more so than Merlin. Merlin, you kind of glean that, but Solomon, everything this one kobold says is gleaned from by every other kobold member, and if he is in agreement with you or agreement with him, that it seems like this is an undecided. Like,
He's the
vote.
leader of them. Like he's the. Okay, never mind. You mean like everyone's agreeing with him? No
Period.
one's trying to pipe up. Okay.
No,
So-
So he
it's
has final say.
Is it okay?
period.
Okay, that's what you're trying. You're not
Wait,
trying to say.
First and final say.
Yeah.
Wait, am I getting this in what you're saying is that he's reading the room and talking for everybody by judging all of what they're saying?
Yes.
Okay, that he's more of like collecting their thoughts and
Oh,
Yes.
he's not. Okay, so it is.
It
oh,
is
okay.
either. So as Merlin is describing it, he seems to be speaking for the entire room. Solomon, you distinctly recognize that he is the entire room. These might be the entire tribal elders, but he's the one
He's-
voice of the
okay.
entire tribal elder. Well,
Makes sense.
Merlin, you kind of reading it like he's speaking with everyone's thoughts, while Solomon goes, he is everyone's thought. Okay.
Makes sense to me. Chain of command and shit. Head honcho gets to say what he wants.
We will stop men from attacking dragons sent from behind and kobold diplomat.
You have
Bring
Goblin
them.
Tribes, thanks.
Goblin tribe have us our things. We no attack. We build and expand. Leave isles sooner rather than later due to peace. We
Wish to leave the island.
Yes. If not, upon death of gold. War may break out. As soon as repair slaver ship and build other ship due to Broombringer, we may leave isles.
Are you saying you're worried about the Boombringers?
We say Boombringers bring ship smartest engineers,
They're gonna help build it.
create other ships, allow Kobold tribe leave. We must send scout party out to find new land away from man.
If that's what you want, Gub can arrange this. Gub can speak to Gobbo elders. Get Boombringers to help repair a ship.
Gold already sent out diplomat. We shall see how takes. Gub, we thank for your time. However, we shall see what the people say. One voice does not equal all men, except in Kobold tribe.
Gub doesn't laugh. I'm laughing.
I know,
Alright.
but we know in few years, maybe decade, kobolds create war with goblins. Gold in
That-
time as short life of kobold, much like goblin, and peace will be forgotten. We will protect dragon scent and remember a word of man.
You're smart.
Tall,
Know this.
go ahead.
Not all men are bad. I'm here.
Tall Gobbo tribe will be remembered, and Big Rock too.
Praise be to Big Rock.
Praise be.
Praise
Big
be to
Rock.
Big Rock.
Got him! We got another tribe following Big Rock. We're gonna do this. We're spreading it.
I think it was more in respect rather than
No.
Maybe.
Gub said it though. Gub was like, yeah, praise be to Big Rock.
Praise be to Big Rock, and long live good Gobbo tribe. We sacrifice to last man to keep safe.
Big Rock tribe will. Big Rock will keep us all safe.
And we will ensure his will be founded.
Praise be.
Well, praise be to Big Rock.
No, you gotta put your hands up with the rocks. Praise be.
Break them on isles.
Like this. Praise be.
Goblin has dug many ambush tunnels. We ready to attack at any point. We slow them down if you get them on isles. On sea and currents, we can do no such thing to slow or stop. But Kobold stronghold take many days to siege. Even
Only
with
need-
50 man.
You only need an hour.
Thank you. This should work.
Does Gobbo tribe know? Will Gobbo tribe come to protect?
Unfortunately,
If we bring enemy here, will they come from behind if we dig tunnel for you to leave?
we came
Well,
to your tribe
goblins.
first because
They after dragons then.
You respected your power.
But he's asking, will the goblins help?
The goblins do not know.
They don't know.
Gob, let goblins know how much time we have. He seems inquisitive, like it was a question.
Solomon?
We don't know exactly. It took us. How long did it take us? About 10 hours?
That was like 9.
9 hours to get here. If they decided to leave as soon as we left, they could be here within 2 hours tops. But we don't know how well they're tracking me. They can track us fairly well. We just don't know to what extent they can.
Frosthawk,
Hmm?
2 to 5 hours.
do
we
you
think.
have any way to send message?
Only by short range. Not
What is
long.
range?
If you have got anyone that has the ability to cast the spell to allow messages to go quite a far distance, would be most useful.
You look for sending spell.
That's it.
We can
If
do
you
this
give scroll,
twice only.
Well then, do you
If-
know the recipient that we can send it to?
I have heard name. Me give to Soothsayer, and he send to current Boombring Bombroom. Boombring Bombroom. One of leaders of Boombring tribe. How long take Gob tribe get here, Boombringer?
not long. Maybe
Hours.
hour.
How many come with full limbs in 1 hour?
Knowing this
How,
tribe,
how
two.
how many do we normally put on a?
What'd you say, Clayton?
How many would we normally fit on a boat?
So the boats are kind of limited for boombringers. Typically, they fire cannons and just kind of blow people out of it, and sometimes they survive, sometimes they don't. If it's a boat, you might be able to fit like 20, up to 50, depending on the time frame or the importance of it. If you can convince them of such.
Depending on time, about 20 to 50.
Boombringer bring resource. We may make boom. Yes. Time frame.
Yes, boombringers can bring valuable weapons.
Bring 20 and as much resource as boat carries. Me cast once. What say? As he pulls out a scroll.
Um,
You have 25
let
words.
let Gub converse for a second, and I'm gonna kind of look at
As
Merlin.
he throws it out on the table as he looks to all of you. I would like a persuasion specifically from Solomon. With advantage due to the adherence to everyone else's persuasions on the back end. Yeah. He does not seem to be Alaric, considering you have been relatively resolved from this, roll me a sense motive or a insight check.
What were you gonna say, Glenn?
I don't remember.
You said you
Alaric,
wanted to talk with me about whatever he was writing.
That's what I wanted to do, but I'm waiting for Ox to finish this.
Oh.
Alaric, as you convey this to the group, as realistically, everything he says seems to be truthful. Every word is so deliberate that as you hear it, it almost sounds like it's radiating in your mind as you're like, this is their tribe's will. So, as he said, Boombringer, bring resources, bring men, fill with weapons. We defend Dragon's Scent. This is the 100, 200, 500, 1,000 kobolds, however many are hiding in the caverns below, if they have dug any at this point. Alaric, to you, this is the will of this entire tribe.
Lark is feeling much more confident about this.
Do you convey this to any of the rest of your group?
Yeah, I'll sort of.
This is, from what I can gather, you have the backing of all the kobolds here, Solomon. Whether that be 500 or 2,000.
500?
Whether it be 500 or 2,000.
Cub
At
gets
least one.
nervous at this.
Yeah.
Out of character, it's like I would not say this in character, like even a little bit, because I'm fucking like this is potentially good for thinning their numbers.
Yeah. That was the whole point.
Yeah,
Like that was why
yeah.
Gub was like, "Yeah, let's do this."
Yeah. And
Talk
then it's
about
like,
what message you guys want to send. I'm gonna go
Yeah.
pee real quick. All of you guys talk. If you guys need a
Okay.
private chamber, they can deliver that.
mhm.
What were we gonna say?
25 words.
Gub wants help thinking of message. Gub,
Oh.
good diplomat, but want to make sure this conveys well.
Hi,
Opportunity, get cannon. Or get bigger opportunity, get bigger boom. Ship coming to Kobold.
Hold on, let me start writing this down.
Something they will immediately understand and send troops for, I believe.
You should probably let them know that Gub is sending this.
Well,
Love
the
Go.
spell-
Just
yeah.
at the end.
Yeah,
Okay.
usually it's whoever they know who's sending it, so they know.
That's why I was asking him to let me use the scroll, because I can cast scrolls relatively easily.
sending on
but
your
if he isn't
spell
gonna
list.
let you do that, you should.
I don't need it because I'm an artificer. It doesn't need to be on my spell list.
Oh damn.
There's little things that he's good at using magical items.
Mhm.
Yeah.
25 words.
Do you like the words I picked, Clay?
I like the mention of the cannon.
They won't know what a cannon is, from my understanding.
I know.
Bigger
That
boom.
is correct.
Come to Kobold.
Type it out in the Roll20 chat, the actual Roll20 channel, and we'll go from there. Tell me when you
Come
guys are
to
ready. As you
Kobold
guys are
tribe.
talking.
Longshanks with big boom on ships tacking. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
With that, I would add chance steal their bigger boom.
Yeah, otherwise you guys are gonna be called the Little Boom Bringer tribe. They'll be the Big Boom
Have
Bringers.
chance to acquire.
Ooh, acquire.
I know, it's a big word.
They can understand it?
Maybe.
Yeah, these are the smarter ones. Acquire.
Although when we told that we were only getting the smaller vessels coming after us, not the big one, it can't fit in here.
No weapons.
By the way, Discord will not be the message you send. So please send it in Roll20.
I know. I'm writing it down in a
If you
Google
wanna
Doc
If
sheet
you want
right
to
now.
proofread it, use Discord so that people can edit it, so that they can see what you're typing.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15.
Should have just done it
16.
in Microsoft Word or something, so it has a word counter built in.
This is what I'm gonna do.
Alaric, you can help, by the way, if you want to. If anyone wants to help him decide the words, he's got 25 or less.
Well, he's got 23 because he's got to add love gub at the end.
Heh.
We're at 16 words.
Yeah. feel like this is what I need to say. I feel like I should maybe articulate it more.
Well,
you let
remember,
them know
you
that-
are the smartest of the Big Boom tribe.
I know, but
Longshanks with Big Boom on ship attacking from south.
Should you let them know that the kobolds are our allies right now? So they don't just start fucking pew pew on the kobolds?
Oh, time to attack Kobold now. Let's do.
Because they might get confused if they come to
come
kobold tribe.
defend Kobold tribe. Longshanks with Big Boom. Big Boom sticks on ships.
Have chance to acquire new
are
weapons.
attacking. We have chance to acquire big.
Gotta wonder if they know what acquire means.
Maybe.
Fine. Get new big weapons.
Did you specify they're on the ship?
Longshanks with Big Boomsticks on ships. Are attacking.
Well, new chance to get new big weapons.
Yeah, the big boomsticks.
It doesn't matter that the new
Yeah,
big
you
weapons are on the
basically-
ship or not. If what they know that the Longshanks are on the ship.
You want them to get
I'm
here. You can fill
assuming-
in the blanks when they get here.
Yeah.
You want to
You
tell them
describe
get
what
here.
they're wearing so they don't attack any human. Red robe, like whatever the majority of them were
what
wearing.
did the ship look like?
The flagship
Yeah.
looked like a kind of a.
Didn't they have red sails
They did have red sails.
And we did not.
on ships?
You did not have red sails.
Red sails. I have 2 words
Love Gub.
from Gub.
Oh, not Love Cup?
I'll put Love Gub.
Yeah.
Post it.
Hold
Spell
on.
Kobold right.
Whole blood.
Koblad.
Come
Kobold.
defend Kobold tribe. Longshanks with big boomsticks on ships with red sails are attacking.
Are they gonna think the Longshanks from the south and then be? Well, you can tell them that once they're here.
That's why we included the red sails,
That's okay.
is to differentiate them.
Sails.
One final look before I post that. Nobody sees anything wrong with that. Any place where it.
I can't see it. I'm broadcasting.
Fair enough.
I think it's good.
It's exactly 25 words.
There you go. I posted it on Roll20.
Okay, that's it. Gub, roll me a diplomacy check with advantage.
Persuasion, you mean?
Persuasion. Okay.
That's
Let
an
me know
advantage.
what theirs is. Okay. As you come in and say it before as he repeats it, as he reads from the scroll, as it bursts into flames, as he crosses his arms, as the words hang for just a moment and then shoot up into the air out of the smokestack from this kind of in cave ventilation that they have made as it burns and fuels out. Maybe your message has arrived, maybe it hasn't.
Well, they get a response.
They do. What do you guys do in the meantime?
Look for
Probably
any
start
food.
prepping, shouldn't we?
Are you guys gonna just start heading south? Are you guys gonna like? How long are you guys waiting to try to distract them to come to the Northern Isles? What
We
is the
should
plan?
stop and eat lunch before we leave.
Don't think this is the time.
So this is the time. We're gonna be running for hours.
Aren't we moving from here first? Get away from the coast.
We need to make sure they come
We're-
here.
We're at the tribe. We're already
Land.
away from the coast.
The tribe's not. The way it looks on there, it looks like the tribe's on.
No, it's like a 2-hour walk inland, wasn't it, Ox?
Inland.
Also, in good and honest spirit, Gub would like to wait for Gabos to respond.
You guys could begin eating. It's a ways inland. It's a very strategic.
Oh, that's all I need
cave.
to know. That's fair.
If you guys want to wait for the
We can
kobold
stay here.
response,
Goblin response.
as you guys eat goblin, I apologize.
You're gonna say, why would they build their city next to the coast if they don't have a way to defend from the coast?
It is a incredibly defended cave. They cannot land anywhere inland
That's fair.
more so than where you did.
Alright.
As you guys begin eating, yes,
Daneth is with us, right?
yes.
Sure.
As you guys begin eating, the gold kobold walks forward with about 10 guards. As he walks forward to the group, as he goes, big broom, bring big broom. Acquire bigger boom. Thank you, Gub.
Thank you. Hopefully, this will be the beginning of an even better relationship between our tribes.
We wish leave gobbled isles to goblin. We wish leave in decade.
Well, we're happy to help you.
Get the fuck out.
We're happy to help you make that a reality.
Kobold have different diet than kobold or goblin. We believe nature not sustain existence of both tribes. As this gold kobold turns and begins.
Especially if the goblins are gonna start fucking moving up societally.
Yeah. Start building an actual like city.
That's the thing, that's Gub's plan, is to start moving them into a new stage of society, so.
Try to
Move them towards an industrial revolution, pretty much.
ally with the Longshanks with big swords and kind of learn from them and begin producing that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing, now he's like, oh, if we get the Iron Keep, we get metal, and that's gonna be really good.
And you think fucking Voz Hawk is a manipulative fuck? Gub's planning world domination, one island at a time.
No,
We think Vosshawk's trying to manipulate the party.
Yeah.
We're trying to manipulate the world.
Yeah,
Oh, so
come
that's
on.
better, is it?
But yeah, they're not the party. Fuck them.
They're not captains.
Also, what I'm doing isn't necessarily a
so
jerk move. It's just
how
selfish.
many hours are you guys waiting
I don't know.
and moving?
Well, once we get the message, I assume after we're done eating.
What
Right?
does everyone else think?
Well- They're tracking the orb. So if we run south,
How do we know that?
I thought that's
They
what they've
told us.
always been tracking the
Oh,
orb,
did they?
or whatever it is
Yeah.
that Daneth is holding.
We talked about this.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't remember that.
You guys were told they have, according to the prisoner, some of you guys summarized it as a beast, some of you guys surmised it as like a person, but there is something that is able to track the trace elements of this orb even in a like non-detection box.
The way it was explained to us was that its magic's so powerful that even his
correct.
non-detection box.
And they have something that can track it,
I just figured it was normal magic tracking method.
potentially.
Yeah.
Some of you, like I said, some of you surmise it as something else. I
Yeah.
think specifically Bosshawk said they have
I
some
think
kind of
Boss
magic
Hawk's the
dog.
only person.
Mm.
I
Go
think
watch the
everyone else
VOD.
thought.
So yeah, if they're tracking us, if we book it, why would they go anywhere near the Kobold tribe? What we want is to wait here, let them come, we fuck them up, and then we book it.
Well, part of the idea was that if they land in the north, come at us, once we leave by sea in the south, they'll have no way to catch up to us.
Fair enough.
Well, the idea is from what I understand, the Boombringer tribes to arrive, and then the kobolds will dig you a passage in the southern lines and allow you
We're
guys
gonna
to
do that?
run.
We're just gonna fucking run.
I wouldn't mind waiting for the kobolds to dig us tunnels.
Mm-hmm.
Can they dig them that fast?
Yes,
Kobolds are crazy, man.
Yeah.
they really are.
It depends if they can follow the traces or they know where it is. There's a difference. If they're following our pathway, then they'd have to go through and then underground and come at us. If they just like, there they are, then we're fucked. So yeah, dig, 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 dig.
Well, even if they know where it is and just go through.
I mean, if you can wear down the
But-
ships that they have to where the crewmen can't support it, it doesn't really matter.
I thought that was our goal. Wait until we've killed enough of them, or enough of them have
It's-
come.
We essentially have 3 backup methods for this.
Okay.
If it looks like we're not gonna win the fight, we just book it and run, and we use the time gained by them being shored up in the north
Mhm.
to get off, or if we can just take them, then they're done anyway.
They
and
can't
if-
sail as fast.
and- And if we get them to back off, then
We just leave.
that's a lot of men they lost.
So yeah, we
Okay.
wait here.
So we stay.
So we stay. After about 5 hours, 26 goblins arrive. Incredibly intelligent individuals, each bringing, as the kobolds and the goblins begin dragging them in, large masses of sulfur and otherwise, as you guys all begin saluting them. As they begin immediately, one of them comes up as, "Gob, we bring news. We bring long boombring. We defend. Kobold tribe.
Good. That's good.
We hold back. Kobold tribe not fall this day."
That's good. Or
As one of them kind of whispers, "Unfortunately, we must. They very intelligent creatures. We must share some technology with them in order for them to understand to be able to mount on gates. Is this okay?"
that's good. This work. Gub has other unassociated issue that Gub needs to discuss. New connections being made with Iron Isle, with Longshanks with big swords.
Yes.
Gub talked to them.
Yes.
In 5 months' time, no Gobbo raids. We begin trade routes with Gobbos with big swords.
Couple big swords have iron deposits on Isle.
Correct.
Big
That's
Rock
very
tribe
good
already.
for
Big
people.
Rock tribe already joined us. Me not know if Gub aware, but they bring much power with them. We no longer subjugate Big Rock tribe. We work together as equals.
Yes, that's good. That's what Gub wants.
We make sure Gobble Isle, Longshank with big sword defended for 5 months. If Gub wishes to ensure a trade deal is successes, some tribes, some smaller, will not attack Longshanks with big swords to ensure trade. We need iron, yes?
Yes. If we defend Iron Isle, we get iron. That's very important. Also,
Me send
they-
Long Snipe with back to big to Boombring bring Gobble tribe number down 1, but spread word so we can defend for trade route. How many expected die this day for Gub and friends?
Trying to keep Gabo casualties minimum. Kobolds bring big forces, so shouldn't be too much worry. Gabos try and stay back, attack from distance.
We bring tech, Gobbles defend, Boomring tribe, your friends, minimals casualties, yes?
Yes, as well as kobolds.
Okay. We set up full defense then.
Yes. Be aware.
As he
These-
whispers, he goes, the other plan, Gub set in motion, still effect, but they may gain defensive option.
Things changing. Gub need to discuss more with elders. But one thing to be careful of, longshanks that are arriving have big booms on ships.
We reveal Goblin Big Boom Isle, or no?
No.
We
No.
expose from Northern Sea. Fair enough. Me send Small Bung Long Snipe to defend, to explain explanation, and also give news of Kobold tribe diplomacy.
And one more thing. Longshanks with big swords request one exotic beast.
Which exotic beast?
Gub does not care. Bigger than
I physically shape like a mastiff.
Bigger than that.
Roll me a persuasion Gub with advantage, dude. Chamberlain.
Yeah, I was gonna say I could pour some water out and I can literally shape water and make it like bigger than this.
Okay, +3. Advantage
damn.
with +3. That's a good one.
Well, I was thinking like when you were saying the big explosion ship, I was gonna say like, here's the ship, this is the size of the cannon if we could see that far from the top of the keep. But
It's super far away. Go ahead, Gub. Roll it.
He did.
Oh, is
He
that the
didn't do
19?
twice though.
Oh, I
So
Oh,
roll
you
one more
didn't.
Just roll
d20.
me a d20. Just roll me a d20.
Just upender and away we go. And that 20.
Oh!
That's a 27. He goes, me understand. Me send long boom. Send back. As he goes over, he speaks as long boom just kind of sneaks into the crowd of kobolds and begins sneaking off into the woods.
We're gonna
As
the
the
kobolds a serious force.
as the gold kobold tribe comes and goes, dragon sent. We wait for attack. Tunnels are dug. 8 hours. We
You're
must
wrong.
defend for then. We defend with kobold big boom and defend. You leave quickly after such. Esther attack has begun. Iron Gate will hold. Creep carefully.
strong gate. Good technology.
Thank you, Boombringer. We thank you for the compliment. Your tribe bring much to us. Let us learn much from one another.
Gub agree to that, and I'll raise a glass if I have one.
They can bring you one if you wish.
If you really wanted
Bring me a
to,
glass.
if you wanted
Ah.
to reinforce
Okay.
that front wall, Alaric would kind of our ritual just iron plate it.
It's true.
I could.
If we're holding up and defending from here, if that's the weakest point, or I don't know.
It's the only point, unless they're gonna climb over fucking mountains.
I can
Hey,
I
I s-
can reinforce the wall out front if you have some materials.
Kobold trapping many materials, although iron resource run dry.
How about gold or silver or copper?
Minimal, but copper plentiful in this land.
How much would I estimate? If I wanted to put max, because I know the max I could do 100 gold in the ritual.
You could slightly the gate.
And
Friend,
I'm so happy that Big Rock Tribe is cool.
how is
Se-
100
seriously.
gold's worth? That's the best I could do to reinforce the gate.
Please do. It will be a small couple millimeters thick, but at the same time, it might defend against some small siege weapons. And with the Big Broom Tribe bringing what they brought, might be ineffectual.
All right. Any little bit helps.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Till I use that ritual in another game, and Clayton's in, and I fucking armor plated a ship. Took me a couple of days to do it, but yeah.
That was stupid.
They didn't have any cannonballs after we were done, but I armor plated a ship.
Wasn't it too heavy?
Just a thin layer on the outside would do quite a lot, actually.
And then we didn't need it.
Can I, while we're waiting, can I compose a note real quick? I just want to write some stuff down.
Yeah, go ahead. Give it off. So, after about 22 hours, a large Shank force begins to siege the gate.
Long shank, me.
Long Shank. Yep, that's what
Oh,
I
you
said.
said
Long
that.
Shank.
Yeah.
He said large shank.
Shank.
Heard
I
long.
said cool. I heard Longshank too.
A few hundred larges. They bring a few ironworks with them, but none of them are as devastating as the cannon. As holy fuck! As they begin to siege, one of the kobold members, the soothsayer, comes. Dragon sent. Sneak behind back line, southern port of Ios. You must run quick before they detect magic, but we hold as long as can. Boombringers bring much broom, and we should be able to devastate line, distract, defend. Go.
I think the plan was to stay here as long as possible.
Possible is now. If you do not go now while devastation, if they break through gate, they find you. Go, Dragon sent, and friends.
Real quick, while it's happening, how many goblins are manning the guns right now?
Realistically, there's a couple of them reloading, but the only ones firing, there's about 4 of them specifically. They have loaded on these large, almost rickshaw towers, single shot, large booms. They will not be fired again once the first fire happens, but they will.
Whoever
be
looks like the
devastating.
most competent of them, I want to give him inspiration. I want to give the soothsayer inspiration.
Okay.
That look on the face of the DM is like, how the fuck am I going to add that mechanic into this fucking thing?
No, that's fine. Okay.
Alright.
Okay.
Deneth, are you able to run?
I can get through these tunnels fine, but after a few hours, I'm afraid I'm going to be winning.
I can carry you when that comes.
I'll do the best I can.
Would it be better to carry you now then? In case we need to run faster at one point?
Well, it's the tunnels. The tunnels you're not going to be able to carry. They're built barely enough for you to army. Like, you're so big that you're slowing down the entire group.
If that's true, then why don't we just go outside of the tunnels?
You'd have to. There's only one gate.
Okay.
So this tunnel is just getting us to the other
Oh,
side of the coast.
okay.
so
To
we can-
back to the between like a backside mountain path, effectively.
Cub,
Okay.
shoot me with grease.
Oh,
Lunch
And then
lady
just
Doris, do
we
you have
just
any
push him
grease?
through.
Grease me up, woman.
Oh god, you need another
doesn't
grease
work
gun.
like that.
You guys are able to make it out. There are some very large explosions that happen. Gub brings a smile to your face. You're not sure whether or not they devastated your own tribe, the Kobold tribe, or the Longshanks. It brings a smile to your face.
Someone's
anyway.
fighting with guns.
Something's happening.
Someone made a big
Someone's
scene.
cooking with gas.
Somebody made a big
Before we
move.
go, Gub, could you have swiped a couple of packets
Somebody made a
of
party.
gunpowder just in case?
Could I what?
Steal some, get some gunpowder before we have left.
That's stealing, Vazhawk. That's wrong.
It's from
my
your
own
Yeah.
tribe.
That's not very lawful.
From his own tribe that he's asking to be there.
That's,
That I'm
Like, yeah,
asking
let's,
to
let's
defend.
sabotage our guys.
It's like, come on, I
Also,
want
this
to
is
blow
what
so like I keep
we're
saying,
talking
yeah,
about,
build a
Bosso.
fucking cannon. You're like, I don't have any gunpowder. Like, get some gun. No, it's all good. It's all good.
Yeah, so I'm
We've
just
already
enough for
run.
his gun.
Yeah, we've
I
already
don't
run.
think the gunpowder is the part that we're missing, DT.
I mean, there's a lot of parts
The
missing.
whole
That's just the
iron
excuse I gave
part,
him.
Having to cast it, and
So
Vosshok, why do you want big cannon so bad?
No
He
reason.
wants
Why do you
to
want
hurt.
big boom so bad?
I think its offensive capabilities are most useful.
Well, maybe when Gobos have trade deal with Iron Isle, then we talk.
Fair enough.
okay. You guys make it through there pretty uneventfully. I would like everybody roll me an athletics Alaric with disadvantage.
Can I just ride on someone's shoulders?
Whoever you
Probably
ride on
give
is going to
them
get disadvantage.
Right on mine. I already have it.
No, you're already carrying one person. You have to carry somebody else. If somebody else is going to carry
how
Gub,
much
it's
does he?
gonna
How
be-
much does he
What
weigh?
was the option?
It is disadvantage for Alaric. Everybody else is rolling athletics. If anybody else is rolling athletics, it is with disadvantage. Alaric, it's going to be an extra +3, or a -3 rather, to his athletics. If Gub rides on his shoulders as well.
I'm not taking Gub. Sorry, Gub.
By the way, John, I weigh about 80 pounds.
I could have taken you, but I'm not gonna. It's just because I rolled.
Well,
that's
I
not
haven't
bad,
seen
though.
anything yet.
200 pounds.
Who realistically, what would have happened? Like, what would you guys have done? Merlin or Solomon realistically would have been the only two to carry him.
If Gub was visibly slowing us down, I would have picked him up. That's the only thing. Is if he rolls poorly and he's slowing us down.
Roll me an athletics, Gub.
There's no reason to have him. Because he's light enough. I mean, 200 pounds, I'd be.
Yeah, you're gonna carry him. So you rolled a 14. Merlin rolled a 9. Alaric rolled a 6, and then is that everyone?
Was our good night.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. You guys make it to the Longchenks with good tall gobos. You guys are incredibly exhausted by the time you get there.
Yeah.
Everybody
talking
gains
about,
a
I feel
level of
great.
exhausted except for Gub. Everybody else gains a level of exhaustion.
And Danith.
You're
You're
carrying
right,
it.
Deneth has 3 levels of exhaustion.
Yes, Danith doesn't gain one.
Correct. He already has one though.
One.
Does he have 1 or does he have at least 1?
He has at least one.
Okay.
Was it a long rest on the boat? Because then
We didn't give him a good night kiss.
That's fine. Yeah. You guys make it back to the Isles. Are you guys just immediately gonna go to the ferryman and be like, "Take us to the port"?
Yeah, I told him to be ready.
Okay. Sure.
well, I was gonna say there's no like we're looking around. There's no boats here, are there? Or?
There is the ferryman waiting as you guys arrive.
Is he ready?
He is very well ready.
I don't like the way you said that.
It's like, okay.
As Slipoff goes, "Come, let's go, let's go."
Well then, it seems everything is going according to plan.
Again, a very weird thing to say. I think it's only because it came out of Vosshok's mouth.
The tide is good. As the tide is good. It's time to go if you're gonna go.
Let's go.
As the tide is rescending, you guys arrive to your marker in about 4 hours.
Perfect.
Can we short rest while he's taking us there?
You can absolutely short rest. It's not going to clear exhaustion level.
I just want to take a little bit of a rest.
It'll give me my inspiration back.
Yeah, it gives me
We'll
back
give you
that.
your exhaustion.
I can take that spell slot back that I used to try cast suggestion.
There you go. as you guys arrive onto your main ship, what are you guys gonna do to try to make way?
We're gonna do the control wind thing, right?
What is everybody doing on the boat?
Not doing.
Wherever the fuck the captain says.
Yeah.
Okay,
When it comes down to
Put
it,
on my big hat, and I.
Gob, man the one ballista that we have.
Okay.
Solomon, to the roost to help him with perceiving if another boat is nearby. We're in late day at this point.
Nice.
Merlin,
Aye.
ensure the Minotaur can furl the sails.
Goo Goo Gaga.
Uh,
Remember,
Baby-
he's a
baby
fucking, you're a
Minotaur,
fucking baby.
Sing the song, beat the drum, whatever you do, you cute bastard.
Giant baby.
Aloric, if anyone needs anything created, I hope you're ready.
That was the best, worst line.
Wait, what did he say to me?
If anything needs anything created, I hope you're ready.
Well, I'm gonna be doing this.
Does he have to see
Oh.
the sky, or can he do it from under the deck?
I have to see the sky.
He has to see the sky. He has to be on the top.
Okay.
As you begin doing that, he goes, right. Boss
Outside-
Hog, pick up his slack.
Fair enough.
I would like
Outside-
everybody to just roll a straight d20.
You'll add whatever.
Not a gay root.
And I
Ox.
use my sailor.
Yep.
Homophobe.
What if I want to use a gauge D20?
My first level exhaustion wouldn't give me disadvantage on concentration checks, would it?
That's a concentration check.
It's an ability check.
You don't need a concentration just to hold it.
Unless you
If
take
something
any
interacts.
kind of damage or something interacts with.
I would rather. Okay, so I'm gonna cast Lesser Restoration and get rid of my
Oh
exhaustion.
shit. Okay.
I'd rather
And
be
isn't
safe
it
than
a
sorry.
con saving throw? Yeah, it's a concentration check, but you actually do a con saving throw.
Well, if I'm getting disadvantage, I'm using that spell.
I would say yes. You can get advantage if anything manages to dissuade you.
Okay.
So you are able to reap
And-
your level of exhaustion. Okay. Sullivan.
That D13, if I can, I'll use my saving face to add whatever I can to it.
Okay.
You said
Up to a
everyone else?
maximum of 5.
Yeah.
It's Alaric, you're immune. You don't roll a d20
Alright.
doing your thing. I'd like you to roll me a d4.
Who?
Alaric. And then Merlin, what are you doing? I'm sorry.
Well, you had sent me a message before, but I didn't quite understand what you were saying.
Fair enough.
Oh,
That was from earlier. That's not relevant now.
Okay, glad I know what that is.
Also, technically
that
the
was?
saving face is only if I failed, so if it's not considered a fail, then I'll save it.
You still use it.
Fair enough.
And I'm gonna ask the captain what obviously which way.
Southbound against the coast. If you can drive us out, that will give us much time in front of them.
All right.
As
I'm gonna
Dennis
focus
steps
on
up.
upping our wind.
What can I do to help? The captain just goes, get the fuck below deck and get your head out of the air. This is for you. You've already paid us. Now get the fuck out of the way so we can do our jobs. As the Minotaur just begins grabbing ropes and just pulling them through the knots, as it's just boom, boom, just knotting them over and over as the Kenku begins flying kind of between knotting and unknotting to begin unfurling and furling the sails. As about 40 minutes later, this becomes a moderately disposed sea. As roll me another d4, Alaric.
Fuck yeah,
Ten
10 minutes.
minutes later, it becomes an incredibly rough sea. And roll me another d20.
I wouldn't go to gale force winds. Doesn't sound like they'd be good for the sails.
I'm gonna be like in fucking Evinrude.
Yeah, we need
Did it-
Sparrow
Remember,
Force.
remember, I'm asking the captain what he wants.
He specifically asked the captain only strong
Yeah.
winds. Like he told him
Strong
what
winds
kind
on the Slong boat. Worst case scenario, bring the currents out of the isles so we'll get it mended. Get us as far away from these isles as possible.
Would temperature help?
Temperature is... Just make sure it's warm.
I'll make it warm, Mox.
Okay. Roll me another d4.
Well, isn't that what that one? Never mind.
No, that one was to get it to strong winds.
40 minutes.
That
As
one.
you begin increasing it, as the Minotaur is going to begin mending the sails, Tenku is as well. It's rough. You guys have made it out into open water incredibly quickly. As the Minotaur and the Tenku begin going, as Solomon, you can see one boat barely from
Is it
these red sails
B-boat.
coming from. It is not. It is coming from
Oh,
the
fuck
inner
'em.
isles as you guys quickly leave its visual range. As you guys come into the distance, you see the small other battleship they have. As rather quickly, you immediately just kind of sail right by it as it goes past. As this dark cloud is glooming overhead, as these sails are barely able to hold it. At one point, the Minotaur goes up and just grabs two pieces of the sail, pulls them together as the Tenku begins sewing them down the line with this very almost metallic type of wiring, as he is beginning threading it like a spider over and over and over again to try to just get these sails to hold. As Larik, 8 hours pass, these sails have held. Gub,
Okay.
you have nothing to fire up at, but there are a few things that got close throughout this travel, as there were many of these ships that had traveled trying to just disperse themselves as wide as possible to cover your girth. But
It's
this
okay. I fell asleep 2 hours in.
this control weather was unexpected.
It just, any free minute I have, I'm not doing a thing. Casting mending.
Just to help with the sails.
Yeah.
Okay.
You make it worse.
You help as the sails begin to kind of remend as you are casting along the ways, beating the drum and otherwise. As the Minotaur is holding the sails, as the Tenku is trying to use this iron wire to try to keep it together, as you're resealing it, as he is able to pull this iron wire shut. While under typical weather, this might be a little excessive and incredibly expensive, with the sails being remended, going through these gale force winds is difficult, but through the techniques you people have chosen, it is incredibly successful as you guys make it fall into open water. You guys are so far ahead, even the fastest ship in the nation that some of you may have heard of may take a few days to catch you, as this 40-mile-an-hour catches you. Sails do not rip and unfurl and snap the mast. You guys are so far ahead at this point that you guys may make it on to land of whatever continent or whatever path you wish.
Nice.
The Goblin Isles are far behind you, but they are set into motion, whatever path that has been chosen for them, defending against the Longabos, reuniting the tribes or otherwise, as you guys head out into open waters with the storm, as it slowly begins to settle, as these layers of exhaustion hit you one by one. As the captain goes, "Everyone ready to rest. Go to rest. The sails are set, the wind is in our favor. We should be well ahead of the other ships."
Good. Now we can go
So,
back.
Donnie, where are we going? As my travel is not as well capable as it once was. Hadud Dakar, port city of Hobgoblin.
Oh, we can go by camels.
Oh
It's the
no.
hobgoblins. God damn it. Get away from
Oh.
the camels.
We've been there technically once already, but we retconned it.
We could have gone through the mountains, but delaying their attack upon the Iron Isles. I need beast of burden to carry me, and we will not find mountain goats in a city that no longer exists.
Fair enough.
There's a lot of information in that saying that went straight over my head. Goats.
I'm gonna send you what I wrote down, Ox, to
Go for
give
it.
to the goblin. I
Well,
basically just give him that paper and tell him to get it to the leader.
Let's send to the Dracul mine. The Dracul mine to the northeastern province, the farthest away reach of the hobgoblins, and let word spread that way. Travel by camel until we can find mountain goats into the mountains. Falshawk, you're in charge. Dwarves don't have much rights in goblin territory. Man will, Dragonborn will, but I'm quite frankly out. Captain, you're released once we enter harbor. Just get us there before the other ship.
I'm sure this will be quite interesting. I'll be able to requisition all sorts of things when we get there.
Good. For now, I rest. Captain, aye. Just get us to port for the other ship. Falshawk, make sure they have a hard time traveling through your land.
Well, we've got ways to make sure that caravans aren't followed.
Do we still have that barrel of lemons and stuff?
You do.
I'm gonna start eating those.
Lemons and limes.
I was just eating raw lemon, just not even like, well, not that you cook them anyway.
Who?
just-
I mean,
just eating
Why is this the weird thing? Why is this the weird thing?
We have
This is weird.
participated actively in cannibalism.
weird.
Why is eating a
I
lemon
have
that's the
eaten
weird
like
thing?
5 feet now. Like,
No. You've eaten, yeah, but that's normal for, you're eating fresh fruit? Because you're that hungry. That's how we know.
You're
your
fresh
brain is
fruit.
messed up.
He's afraid of scurvy. It's the goblin's one weakness.
Not
They
even
know that.
fresh fruit, you're eating lemons.
Ox,
Yeah, that's vitamin C.
I would like to try and do the Find Familiar spell with my kitty now that I have the materials.
Roll me a d20.
He's right there. I found him. I found him. He's right here. Where's Waldo
The
ever?
cat has followed you this whole time. I'll give you one orient report. You enter in port. The yarn seems to be unaffected as the cat. Over the course of your trip, you guys have been fishing. You guys have been resting. The captain has promised port before the other boat as you guys land into dock, and the cat still, while following you, does not seem to be have a unique attachment to you.
Okay.
You guys land
is he dead?
into a interesting territory. A few ports about 8 deep. It is not intended for many boats inbound. As you guys land, a hobgoblin steps out with 4 guards. Portmaster Vargur, declare your entrance.
we are entering.
We are in the beam.
If you want to enter a charisma check to kind of see how you should miss this, anyone, feel free.
Well, it's more
I'm
kind of.
pretty
Does he
sure
have
I
any
put Falshawk
kind
in
of rank on him?
charge.
God knows how to answer this. Not at all.
So, in this particular thing, he is, in equivalence in this town, the highest rank possible beyond going to a governmental level.
Mm-hmm.
This is his port for all intents and purposes.
Yeah.
While your rank may outrank him, his authority outranks yours.
Well,
do not mistake your rank for his authority.
Oh, yeah. I know that's basic thing. Like, if I'm in Squad A, I don't give orders to Squad B. They talk to their leader, kind of a thing. That's just how military shit works.
This is, quite frankly, a shithole of a town. It's
Yeah.
a slave town to mine whatever resources are here. Falshawk, you have heard tales, maybe obsidian, maybe some iron. This is more or less a sand digging port to make glass.
And toothpaste.
There might be some finer resources, but few and far between.
Well, hello there, Portmaster. I'll kind of sloop. We are just traveling from whatever the fucking other continent is. Is it Port of Air? No. Cold Harbour. Dalhawk? Is where we are, isn't
Maybe.
it?
Maybe.
That'd be a dick.
Correct. Where are you sailing from?
Aria?
Yep, that would be suffice.
I can't read my own handwriting. I write very
Declare
quickly.
your slaves.
What? Saves?
Declare your slaves, Hobgoblin.
Unfortunately, I do not have any. These are all free-willed individuals on this ship.
Declare who is entering in.
Myself, Gob, Alaric, Solomon, Merlin, Abraxas, and that's it.
Goblin. Daneth walks forward, looks at you like.
It's like, I was just like, stay fucking hidden. But yeah, if he's there as well,
As
Daneth.
you look at him, like as he kind of is entering up, like as you're calling people out, you maybe have declared kind of how this would work as Daneth kind of like goes back beneath the deck.
Yeah, if we're trying to not to leave a trail, don't have
Roll me a
his.
bluff check.
Yeah, sorry.
Deception check.
Okay.
With it.
Did you say slip off too?
Oh,
Nope.
let's slip off.
Or is he on the ship? Is he now a sailor, or is he with us?
Yeah, that's the question.
Was that with
When we
advantage or
leave
not?
their ship,
It is with advantage.
Good. I'm probably gonna need it.
Oh wait, and
Hey.
hold on, we have another one that you forgot as well. Braylon.
open the door.
Leyland.
Braylon.
Who's that?
Who's that?
Merlin's lover.
Oh yeah, that's right. The other
He
guy.
came
Didn't
with
come
us?
on the boat.
I forgot about him.
Yeah.
As you guys make out, he goes,
On the boat.
"Good, he may come aboard as well. Who else is coming aboard, and which slaves do you declare?" Ugh.
Yeah, Hobgoblin culture.
It's not necessarily they're against gay culture. It's more against they're
Public
against
affection.
such public affection. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of like
Public
alright.
affection. Just
I
Yeah,
rolled a
let me do.
2 and a 3.
That's a 5.
Then we search the boat. Anything not declared won't leave. Agreed, Lieutenant.
Of course, I agree with that. There are a few other crew members still on this boat, but those members, I don't believe, are staying here in port. We are the ones who are
good.
disembarking.
The bugbear walks forward. You let whoever leave intends to leave. Port master. Oh,
No.
Bugbear. I cannot guarantee your protection if the report is written into Hobgoblin territory, Bugbear. That's fine with me. They declare their own ways, but whoever leave this ship shall go. Declares Captain Aye Aye. Aye Aye, Captain.
Can I roll a stealth after he says that? It's like, fucking hell.
Yep.
I'm not doing it, but you know what I mean. Like, yeah, he gets pissed off at that.
And I jump on his shoulders and I say, "Yeah, and you stink too." I don't.
Hobgoblins always think they can make the rules. This is my boat, my rules. Whoever leaves, leaves. Otherwise, I drown you in the bay. Agreed, Port Master.
He's gonna get his ship sunk.
It might be.
We don't need the ship anymore. It's okay.
Cub still can't swim.
Someone cast invisibility on Dana.
Bugbear, you have one opportunity to let them leave. After that, I declare this ship a loss. Agreed? Agreed. Daneth the gold. Daneth walks past, puts gold in his hand as he writes a ship in total loss as the ship begins weighing anchor. As Braxis, U5, and Daneth are on the boat, as he kind of gives a wave. as the captain is Minotaur, the Tenku, the gnome, I'll wave you goodbye.
I stuff as many lemons and stuff in my bag as I can hold when I
Absolutely.
go off the ship.
Ox, I
What's
forgot
that?
something. It's not a
What'd
big
you
deal
forget?
though.
What'd you forget?
I would have liked to make them rings while we were sailing, like the ones I've given everyone else.
The friendship
It is
rings.
capable, like the silver rings.
Yes,
You may absolutely do that.
thank you.
We're going to find out one of these days all these friendship rings are linked, and if we all go and point our hands to the sky, we'll form Captain Planet.
Can I talk to Alaric about my ring?
Yep. As the portmaster looks at you,
You're talking the one on the hand,
Ozhawk,
or
he goes, Lieutenant,
Get
get off of my port, and get your friends off of it as well.
let us go, gentlemen.
As he walks back to his quarter. As this is an absolute shithole town. Like, acquiring anything is going to be incredibly expensive. But it is relatively incognito. It is so far beyond Hobgoblin territory. If you could find a way into the mountains and acquire riding mountain goats, you could more or less be out of Hobgoblin territory.
Alaric,
No wonder he's
you
pissed
make
off.
me
We're in the boonies.
this one don't fit too good no more.
What was that, Gob?
Can you make me a new ring? This one doesn't fit very good anymore.
The circulation of that ring is his fingers turning purple. He's getting a little fat.
Is he putting on the pounds?
I want to pat him on the back.
Putting on the pounds.
You're becoming bigger now.
He's gonna become fatty tribe.
Yeah, I can adjust it for you. Just, hold on to it until tonight.
I can't let go of it, so
Nope, the leader of fatty tribe.
I'm the leader of Fatty Tribe, leader of Boombringer Tribe.
I can break it off your finger tomorrow, and unless it's hurting you now.
No, it stopped hurting a few days ago.
Oh, can I medicine check his finger?
Yeah, go for it. He might lose that finger.
Alright, Gob, once we get out of the port, I'm gonna take that off your finger.
Okay.
To be fair, you can
And
just
I'll make
cast
you a
it
new one
with a,
tomorrow.
get a silver piece, put it on, cast a ritual, and just resize it.
Well, it also takes an hour, and
Yeah.
we don't have that right now.
So what do we need?
I'm so glad you're wearing your ring, Gob. I appreciate it.
I say that very loud.
I ignore it.
Also, I told you why I didn't want to wear it, Ulrich.
Can we take a short break here, and then we'll kind of
Yes.
continue and end?
Sure.
All right.
Be right back.
Let's take our 5-10 minutes, and then we'll go from there. As you guys are leaving the port, as this dockmaster is leaving, is there anything you guys want to set up as kind of like a barrier or barricade? You guys would have had a full rest to kind of delay everything. Everyone is going to keep one level of exhaustion across the board.
Me.
Wait,
Except
what are we
Alaric
barricading?
would have kept one as well.
Why?
Every single person is going to keep one level of exhaustion as you guys keep up one full day. But is there anything anyone would like to set up as kind of like a initial defense
Well,
if these guys catch up?
if we're all going
I
to
exhausted
sleep,
Social,
too?
physical, or otherwise.
if we're all going to sleep, I'd like to use. We did not long rest on the boat, correct? Oh no, we did. We definitely did. Fuck. I would like to cast lesser restoration on myself.
Yep.
We're pausing like, who else?
Who? This is such a bad way. Who thinks they're more valuable than anyone else?
Oh, I am, obviously.
Yeah, I was waiting
Just
for Vazok to raise his
look
hand.
at him.
Exhaustion wise, I can help 2 more people.
Gov doesn't need to talk to anybody right now. It's not important.
Probably
Give
be
it.
Vazok.
Vozhok.
Give it to Volshok to get us into his terrain.
There's Vozhok. Diddly done.
See, is Gub really exhausted though? What was I doing? I was just manning the ballista.
Manning the ballista and then helping through the rest of the day
And eating
Eating
a lot
lemons.
of oranges. Lemons.
and eating a lot of
And
oranges.
oranges. What else did we? Was it just lemons and oranges?
No, it's
You were
lemons
eating
and
all those
limes.
Lemons and Gub had to make a face every time he ate the lemon, and it gets really exhausting.
That's fair.
Yeah, your facial muscles are
He's
exhausted.
coming up with a different face every
The
time.
baby's obviously not expected to keep everything going, so he gets.
Hear that, Merlin? You aren't the
Merlin
only one
gets-
with your facial muscles being exhausted.
Merlin gets to rest because he's a baby, so they expect him to rest after 8 hours. So
Hey,
Oh,
well done.
Merlin's exhausted from sucking so much dick.
Ox, I don't want to say this, so it seems like I'm spamming it whenever I get the chance. It's just whenever appropriate, I would like to try and do the familiar spell.
When we
I don't
land
wanna
on the
push
boat,
it every
it
day.
hasn't happened.
All right.
Just get a room for the night then?
Yeah.
Or are we leaving
Oh,
now?
Gub
Yeah,
wanted to
that's
see if was there anywhere that had scrolls or anything around here.
Not in this shit hell of a
Okay.
town.
I didn't think
You
so.
could buy slaves.
No, I'm good
How
with
much?
slaves.
I'm kidding.
Do you guys actually want to find out how much a slave is?
Nope, I don't.
No.
Yes.
I'm in the business.
Okay.
Sorry, I was
Just
showing
real
up.
quick though.
So at the slave market,
Mhm.
there are a few slaves up for sale. Most of the ones that are available are not the strongest, as they have already been bought. These are more or less incredibly weak humans that have lost in civilians or otherwise. There are 3 males available. One is a human, one is a half elf, and another one human. Each of them are going on the slave markets for about 46.
Damn,
There-
it's not too bad.
There is a bank in town, although they can only give you out to 100 gold at any given.
That's 2 slaves.
I'm going to just
do
take
it.
out 100 gold anyway.
Okay.
That's not
I'd like to do that as well, Ox.
Okay.
While they're
Um,
going to the bank to get all their rich people money, I'm gonna go get a drink at the bar.
Okay.
Actually, I think Gub needs 100 gold too.
Rich people.
Yeah, Gub is gonna get an amount of gold. I need to see how much though.
You can just say 100 gold, and then that's the max you can get at this town.
Oh, it.
It's like how we can only take 50 out at the Iron Isle. It's 100 here.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's such a small. To be fair though, because they couldn't send.
Yes,
out
I am going to take out 100 gold.
Okay. It's just such a
And-
small trade town that's kind of the maximum capacity that they can do.
But if you throw enough stink, they'll give you more.
Potentially.
I fart excessively in the bank.
No. You should
Guys, let's rob a bank.
Throwing stink everywhere.
You could rob a bank.
Dude, let's do it.
Let's do it in this shithole town.
Who likes hobgoblins, right?
Absolutely not.
Exactly.
Probably take out more money first, because whatever money you have in there is forfeit.
You know what,
Isn't-
Alex?
That's fair. Take out your money and then yeah, you're right. You're right. That's fair. Zay.
I'm
Take it
actually
out in
gonna-
one city, then go to another city and take their
Yeah,
stuff.
we've talked about this.
I'm gonna go to the slave market.
Okay.
Oh, what were the females? You never finished
There are,
telling me
there are
them.
no females.
Oh, there's none?
They have been bought well before this town.
I'm not interested in any humans or half-elves. I was just gonna free any goblins if I saw them.
So the bankers, if you go to the bank, they're all goblins.
Oh, nice.
Racist.
And
How
they-
stereotypical.
They, as you go in, they seem well inclined to be able to offer. Roll me a persuasion, Gub.
Time is money, friend.
They're willing to offer you up to 220 gold, Gub.
I'll take 200.
That's like 5 slaves.
Yep. As you take out 220, they just kind of
I'm not taking out
Down.
220, just 200.
200. As you kind of take that out, they kind of mark it as they just kind of go. We'll keep that in mind, brother. As you go through and they go, do what you can.
Of course. By any chance, do you know of Gobble Isles? Out at
Step into the back as they take you into the back as they go. Gobble Isles, we are well aware. Although in Hobgoblin land, these isles are mostly to be avoided for trade, as the these kind of wild tribes are best to be avoided at all cost. But yes, we are aware that they exist. The Iron Isles exist there, as it is a well-known trade port.
change is coming to Gobble Isles there.
How long?
5 months to a year.
We divert
New-
all. We
New
try,
trade opportunities,
We try
societal
best.
opportunities.
We try best divert trade. 5 months? 6 months?
6.
6 months? Invest now, see what you can gain in the future, yes?
Exactly.
How much you invest?
200 gold.
500.
You have 500 gold to spend?
Oh, I figured that they could do it from my back. I'm sorry.
Potentially. If you roll a high enough persuasion.
Mm,
As you take
Put
out
100.
the two
I'll put
tens.
100.
100 gold? Show a mark.
Pull off my boot.
Show
Try
the
and
bottom.
lift up my foot to show.
Makrik Mako. Good. 100 gold to trade investments. We do best to divert trade 6 months. We'll see what happens.
Thank you.
Of course.
Okay.
It is marked 100 gold paid. We'll see what happens in 6 months.
Okay.
You can mark 100 gold off of your tally, either your personal gold that you withdrew.
Yeah, I already
otherwise,
did.
100 gold is effectively forfeit for 6 months.
Right.
Looking around, like if we go to the slave market, would I be able to kind of eyeball and see how fit on a scale of 1 to 10 how fit these guys are?
3.
Yeah.
I already have a plan if Foshawk is hitting a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there may be a 3. They are well worn and they have traveled from some site for quite a long time. They do not seem to be particularly powerful or otherwise, as the most powerful generals or otherwise would be taken as personal slaves to the commander who defeated them.
Mhm.
They are, like I said, well worn slaves, although they could do in a pinch. Like, if you are able to feed them and get them renourished, they may be able to defend you. And if you treat them right, hobgoblin, society be damned, they may be formidable combatants.
I'd
But
like to
We're going
walk
to
up
use
in
like an
Elvish.
army of pigs kind of into a trapped hallway. Just run that way.
Walk up in Elvish. How much for the elf, half elf?
Do you speak Goblin?
I do not.
I can be an interpreter.
As they begin speaking as they're speaking as trying to fleece this man.
Yeah.
As they go, 60 gold for the half elf. They speak in common.
Oh, now I'm sure that you could do better than that for someone. That sounds a little bit steep for those kinds of subjects.
A well-ranged archer. Good gold. We wouldn't want to revolt, would we, brother?
Why would you give a slave a bow?
You can give him also muffin.
Caravan guard.
That's right.
Mm,
You give a slave a weapon.
I still don't think that the price you're asking for is quite enough for these ones.
You're right. 70 gold is much more fair.
Unfortunately, I was thinking more going down.
Why'd you say enough?
That's such a fair. We'll say 60 gold for the half elf and 40 for the 2 human.
100 gold for 3 people.
Can't be that.
Buzzhawk, is that
Do
a
you
good
speak
deal?
in Goblin Gub? Is that what you say?
No, that's just me thinking.
No one else is there.
I mean, I did go there. I assumed that you went at the same time as me.
Oh. I
So
thought you went to the banker.
Yeah. I'd kind of. Oh, they are asking a simple.
Buzzhawk. I want to like whisper to Buzzhawk. Does 60 gold seem like a good price?
Yes, it does for the half elf, and they're asking for. Actually, Gub. I kind of glanced at Gub, think for a moment, and they're asking for just 40 for the others. Was it each or for 2 of them?
For each, although depending on how you bundle,
Yeah.
if you can persuade them, you might be able to convince them of a lower
He
price.
said 40 for the 2 humans. So, Club interpreted that as 40 for the bundle.
He meant each. That's at least what I think.
If you weren't here, Gub, I totally would have got. Oh yeah, 50 for each of
Oh
them.
yeah, I know you would have. But...
Yeah, and gotten a cut out of the fucking slave guys.
Buzzhawk, do you want to maybe bundle in and I can pay for the half elf?
How do you want to try to bundle it? As you guys are talking to yourselves, Merlin, this is a little weird to you. Well, maybe you've heard stories. This is your first time really dealing with slavers.
We traveled a lot.
But once
it's
again,
enslavers.
it's your first time seeing it maybe, but the first time actually dealing with it is a little different. It's a little awkward for you. Once again, it's not necessarily like you're deterred from it or otherwise. It's just kind of one of those things that you're like, Solomon, once again, your travels or otherwise, you've
At
seen
the
this happen
tavern.
before. Hobgoblins are
Assholes.
when a war, this is what they do.
Yeah.
Like the combatants are turned into slaves.
Yeah, we wouldn't
In
go and
order-
kind of raid and pillage
Bad
for
people.
slaves, but if a war happens and you're a prisoner of war, then you will become one. So there's a moral line there that we don't cross, but yeah. As
Yeah,
well, as
they
I
don't
understand it.
specifically pillage. You're correct. They don't
Yeah.
pillage for it. They're trying to eke their own kingdom
One
out.
moral
But
line
if
they
people
don't cross.
attack them, or war is declared, or whatever,
Yeah.
for whatever reason, war is declared, any kind of combatant is not killed, is turned into a slave. They're treated fairly well.
Not these guys, obviously,
So
but
that's
in
a
general.
case-by-case basis.
Yeah.
If they're, case by case basis.
Yeah. Remember, pillage,
But
then burn.
in these kinds of border towns, these slaves would probably be sent to their devs effectively. In some kind of shithole mine.
Buzzhawk, do you want to try and do 80 for all 3 and then settle for 100?
Looking at the quality of these fine gentlemen here, kind of sarcasm dripping off the fine. I think paying more than
The
100.
the half elf seems pretty good.
Okay.
I'll
Pretty.
just say that.
He's
Okay.
pretty. He's a half elf. He's
We
pretty.
could probably get him down to 100, 110 maybe.
Or
As long as I'm not the one doing the talking. Stupid 10
Oh.
charisma.
You're the one with not exhaustion.
Yeah, that's true.
And more knowledge of hobgoblin culture.
Exactly.
So I don't see why anyone but you would be doing it.
And probably more experience buying slaves. Got the
Consider-
triple threat right there.
Yeah, and considering my background.
Merlin's spreading the word of Big Rock. What he's doing.
I don't know if he's a believer.
Who?
Bozhawk.
No, I'm not.
Of
Big
Big
Rock?
Rock?
Big Rock, no, fuck no.
Oh no. This is what I'm doing while they're off banking and slave stuff.
No, yeah.
Oh no, I got bored at this point. I'm going. I'll come help
You
you.
spend enough time to go to a bank and do all
That's
that.
fair. You go
Roll
do that.
me religion with no advantage, no disadvantage. Just roll me a d20. Like with plus religion. Okay. You are spreading the religion of Big Rock.
Hmm.
Performing in any bar or tavern that would have you.
Well then, my fine gentlemen,
Or wouldn't have you.
Or wouldn't have you, yes.
it seems that
There's no bar that wouldn't have me.
That's fair.
yeah, we
I
do
bring too
need
much,
some
money
slaves
in.
to help us with the journey further inland. And at least if I take these off your hands, you'd be able to buy some more profitable stock with the money. So how about we just call it 100 gold for all three?
100 gold, you're trying to fuck us, my friend. Lieutenant or not, with the soldiers you'll gain from this, or defenders of the caravan, even just able bodies to be able to accept arrows is worth more than 100 gold.
I'm not trying to fuck you out of anything. All I'm doing is just asking for a reasonable price for men as presented. It will
We'll say
take
100. We'll say 130 then.
Ah, you must know my mother since I see that you're fucking her right now.
That was really good.
120.
Father, because you're fucking my mother right
100.
now.
For all three. And what promise do we have that they won't lead into the Vaquer, the anti-slave union?
Oh, did I not mention my name?
Unionist.
No, you did not, brother.
Vozhawk.
Vozhawk. They begin flipping through journals.
Would you just say death since you're talking in Goblin right now?
Correct. As they kind of begin searching through as
It won't be in there anyway.
correct.
Yeah.
As they begin searching, as they look, as they go. Vozhawk. Roll me a persuasion with 20. Roll it with a +2.
I really hope they just call him on being an edgelord. Got a
They
fucking
smile.
name as Vozhawk.
They smile at this as they go, 120 it is then, brother.
Well, kind of. It seems that they have agreed to 120.
So they've agreed to step down to 120.
How about I pay 50, you pay the other?
60,
70.
70.
We're both saving 10 gold.
Oh, fuck, Gub said he'd bug it off at that point. It's like, damn it, I should have said 130. Yeah, fine, I'll pay the 70.
You realize that Alaric just wants to free these guys, right?
I know.
Well, I'm only buying one.
Which one are you buying?
The half elf, the only one I was interested
31.
in.
Okay, Ballsock, you
Fucking
pitch those
racist.
the other ones as these other three. As these three slaves. Yes, What can we do to help?
Oh, just simply follow us for the moment. We're going on a
Okay.
little journey.
Okay.
Can I lead mine away?
The half elf?
Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna sex it.
Sure.
I'm not gonna sex it. Thank you though, Clayton. Can I give him like a little checkout? Like a checkup med check?
Medical check. Yep.
And while I'm doing that, I would be like,
What's your name?
in Elvish.
Roll me the medical. Dakri.
Dokri.
Holy shit, an NPC name that doesn't begin with a V.
How do you spell that out? Dakhri.
There were a lot of goblins that didn't have B names.
Yeah, true.
Slip off is riding on Solomon's shoulders.
Yeah.
Do you have any family?
I didn't
Left in
name him
these
one,
lands? Any connections?
Any other slaves we can get?
Not any longer due to this fucking country.
Thank
I
you.
mean, sorry, due to this beautiful military.
You needn't change your tongue around me.
Persuasion with advantage.
And to be fair, you guys can speak Elvish and we wouldn't know shit.
Does no one else speak Elvish?
No, fuck the elves.
Fuck the elves.
Fuck the
I
knife
fucking
ears.
elves.
As he goes,
Fuck me, I'm Elvish.
Oh, I
right,
speak Elvish.
Keep it to Elvish, though.
Fuck the Elvish.
right, Dakri, I'm good with a bow, but I don't have one. If you can get me out of these lands into the forest, I can be off. I'll do what I can in the meantime, but without a weapon, I'm as good as dead.
Why don't you stay with us for a bit? You
I was
can
just-
go, but
I'll wear the slave tag until I can get out if you're my master.
will that help you to wear the
It'll keep
slave?
me- It'll keep me from being killed.
All right.
I really like to imagine that Alaric was just like, who the fuck said that you're getting freed?
How's
You're
this?
mine now, bitch.
I want to pull out my
You got a
my
party
crossbow
mile.
for him.
Not quite as I like, but I'll do what I can with it. If
At
you
least
keep
for
me s-
now.
If you can keep me safe, I'll do what I can. He takes your crossbow.
If I can see them, kind of, even if they're a bit away, and if I see him giving a crossbow, it's like, don't arm him until we're out of town, numbnuts, with a message cantrip.
Well, I'd assume I took him, not in a fucking back alley.
Yeah, but
Sure.
away from it a bit.
Yeah,
But still, you don't arm a slave as they're walking around town generally.
Just turns around and kills a slaver.
Roll me a wisdom check, there, Vazhak.
Oh god.
Kind of get an idea of what Alaric's all about.
Insight or just straight wisdom?
Just straight wisdom.
Oh my god, I just realized that I
Yeah,
think
you
I
know-
know what
you know what
Alaric's
he's all
doing.
about. You know what he's all about. Yeah, you can send him that message trick as you're like, here's my crossbow. As you get Alaric, you get a message that just says, don't arm a slave numbnuts in the town.
To be fair, Vazhak wouldn't say numbnuts. That was more me, but yeah.
Should
Don't-
I be the one to tell
Hey, say
Alaric
dumb
he
fuck.
can't use Find Familiar on the elf? Or is that...
That's what that yarn is for. A 200-foot red string he can attach to himself and the slave, so he's always within range.
Mm.
That's
The
very
slave
sad.
is just gonna become his gimp. That's just what's happening.
Red string of fate. You are bound to me, you fucker. You got a bird in my mouth, boy.
Alaric,
When's the last time you've eaten? Obviously. Oh,
2
probably not a
days.
good idea to arm you.
Very well.
Yeah,
like,
well, I'm sure you understand why.
It's been 2 days.
Do you mind these rations?
As you hold them out, he just devours it immediately.
That's 2 pounds of food, man.
Rations? Do you give him 2?
Do you want more?
Do you actually give him 2? Like offer up 2?
I thought
I'm
a
offering
ration was
one,
2
and if he
pounds.
devours it,
In the course of like a minute, he just eats the whole ration.
You need more?
It's been 2 days. I've
So-
been on half rations for the last 6 months.
Have another.
He's
Just
gonna
immediately.
die. You never break a famine with a feast.
And
So the
can I still message Vozhawk back, or do I have to?
side.
Can't do that.
You
It's
do
gone.
get a response with message, but it's kind of instant.
I already
Sending.
used it.
Yeah.
Can I make a wisdom check to know if I just gave him a set of clothes would be alright? Well, no, then again, it's sized for me, so no, never mind.
I mean, here's the thing: if you gave him a set of clothes that were abnormally sized, just looking around, that wouldn't be abnormal at all.
You've
Then
watched
I'm
Harry
gonna-
Potter. If you give them clothes, they're free.
Yeah.
I'm
Wisdom
gonna
check,
give
Alaric.
him.
I don't bother asking my ones what their names are. It's just like, follow me.
Right, sir. Alaric,
That's what
yeah,
you
you
gotta
can
do
give him
it.
clothes.
here, put these on for now.
Or is it,
Ah, sucker!
what is it? A
Runs
shirt and,
away.
and pants?
They're just traveler's clothes, whatever that's listed as.
As he puts it on, as he
A half
Right,
elf, a furbolg to half elf. You just give him the shirt. You can wear it as a muumuu.
right.
Where's his slave tag?
It's a collar, like a very.
So it's
tight-
obvious even with the clothing.
Yes.
Alright.
As he wears it, is he? Right. Absolutely, sir.
You can call me Alaric.
Right, Alaric.
You're free to leave whenever you want. But it doesn't seem like you'll fare too well, so probably gonna want to stick with my group.
I'll follow you for a time. To
Just
get to the
leaves.
forest, it's quite a ways away from these deserts, but as soon as I can, I'll do everything I can to repay you.
Just pass it along. I don't need the help.
Very well.
Just betray us and I'll kill you. So
Right.
When
Of course.
fucking-
Right. Yes, sir. As you walk out into it like a
Oh
slave
no!
owner,
Alaric
as-
puts his hand on his shoulder and squeezes.
Yeah.
Just fucking
Does he
mouth.
With that kind of confidence, I'd believe him. I'd be like,
Right,
That,
sir.
to be fair, that is
Uh,
very on brand for Alaric.
As he gives him pants and a shirt, as he gives him all this stuff, like, oh, you can leave whenever you want. But if you betray
I'll
us,
most likely kill you in the morning.
Turns around like, right, sir.
Good night,
As he
sleep
just
well.
follows
May as well
them,
kill you in the morning.
As the 2 humans follow you more or less naked, these 2 men, one of them standing at about 6'1", the other one standing at about 5'6" or so. One of them significantly larger than the other. Merlin has begun busy spreading the word of Big Rock. Solomon absorbing all of this information.
No,
kind
I
of-
was at the tavern. Fuck the slave trade.
Okay, fair enough.
Not that I
Absorbing
don't
Merlin,
like it, but-
absorbing Merlin's performances as Gub has been traveling to and from the slave the slave kind of market to the bank to the market or the bars, just kind of seeing what's going on. Just kind of absorbing a little bit of all of it, just kind of really getting an idea of where do goblins exactly stand in this society.
No, I know where they stand.
Shorter than hobgoblins do.
Behind the wall at the bank.
Yeah.
About 2 foot taller. Shorter than everyone else.
As we kind of push into this, as we decide where we're going to go from there, Dan just buys a room as everybody kind of closes for the night, as he just goes, going to bed. We need to get further into Hobgoblin territory.
Yep.
We need to set up ways to slow them down if they're still following. From there, we need to head into mountain. I leave it to you all. Getting too tired for this.
I'm too old for this shit, literally.
As Gub salutes, as he just kind of falls asleep, as you guys have a bed, there's about 3 beds.
Mhm.
As we head to the night, as there are slave quarters in each tavern. It's a cage.
Nice.
Can I talk to the
Wow.
tavern owner, or no? I'll ask Vozhawk if it's not normal for slaves to be in the room with their master.
Correct.
There
No,
are
no, it's
very
okay if they're sex slaves.
yes,
So
there
how-
are
how
very
does
few
this work?
times where it would be allowed, but usually it would be for services rendered.
Will he be okay in there, or will the other slaves attack him for being clothed?
If another slave attacked yours, then their owner would be in trouble for doing so.
That's correct.
It'd be like someone's dog attacking your dog.
Yes,
Correct.
So
exactly.
he will be safe.
Oh, he will be.
All right.
This Vozhawk fucking.
I don't understand why you got this person. I'm
As he-
gonna be completely
As
honest.
Vozhawk puts his two slaves in the cages to be waited for the night as they're outside in the heat, as a Lark slave gets to come inside and rest in the ground inside. Very unusual. As you guys go to the night, and we will end our session here for tonight.
Don't worry, I've got plans. I always have plans. I'm a schemer.
Did we level?
That's why everyone thinks you're.
Everyone's level 4 right now, right?
That's okay,
Yes.
Boss
Yeah.
Hawk.
Now we're level 7.
Everyone's level 5. I'll give it to you guys.
Fuck yeah.
That was a good idea how you guys got out of that.
Here we goes.
Yeah.
Slash RD10.
Oh,
Haven't
Jesus.
broken 30
And
HP
it's not a
yet.
one. It's not a one.
There's a 1.
Finally,
There you go.
Vozhawk. Fuck.
I know.
Alex, am I gonna keep up the streak?
Maybe. Let's see what happens.
It's not bad.
That's not bad. Wow.
None of
Well,
us really
actually-
rolled well.
My HP per level has been max at level 1, so 9, then 8, then 4, then 9, and now 4 again.
Extra attack and level 2 spells that I won't cast. It's fucking.
Anyway,
The question is, do I take levels and cook?
thanks all for watching. I'll kill the stream. We'll catch you another time.
Do you wanna hop to normal?